You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page or YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. 2022 individual game tickets are now on sale. Fans can purchase their tickets by visiting the Fairfield Properties Ballpark box office, calling 631-940-TIXX, or going online to liducks.com. Season ticket packages and mini plans are also available. To find out more information and secure your seats, please call 631-940-3825 to speak with someone in the ticket office. Get your business recognized by hundreds of thousands of Long Islanders by taking advantage of the advertising and sponsorship opportunities currently available with the Long Island Ducks. For more information, please call 631-940-3825, extension 106, or check us out on the web at liducks.com. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups to enjoy a game. The team offers block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, an exclusive party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of exclusive experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the Nicolak Dream Team. Group ticket packages are now on sale. Please call 631-940-3825 to speak with someone in the group sales department. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle Inn Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking the merchandise icon. The store is open on game days Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and then during the game from inside the ballpark only. On non-game days, the store is open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Children 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club today. Kids will receive a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign your child up, please visit liducks.com or call 631-940-3825. Quacker Jack, the 11-time Best Long Island mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please fill out and submit an appearance request form at liducks.com or contact the Community Relations Department at 631-940-3825 to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily. You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page or YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. 2022 individual game tickets are now on sale. Fans can purchase their tickets by visiting the Fairfield Properties Ballpark box office, calling 631-940-TIXX, or going online to liducks.com. Season ticket packages and mini plans are also available. To find out more information and secure your seats, please call 631-940-3825 to speak with someone in the ticket office. Get your business recognized by hundreds of thousands of Long Islanders by taking advantage of the advertising and sponsorship opportunities currently available with the Long Island Ducks. For more information, please call 631-940-3825, extension 106, or check us out on the web at liducks.com. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups to enjoy a game. The team offers block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, an exclusive party deck, and so much more. In addition, Groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of exclusive experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the Nicolak Dream Team. Group ticket packages are now on sale. Please call 631-940-3825 to speak with someone in the group sales department. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle Inn Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking the merchandise icon. The store is open on game days Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and then during the game from inside the ballpark only. On non-game days, the store is open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Children 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club today. Kids will receive a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign your child up, please visit liducks.com or call 631-940-3825. Quacker Jack, the 11-time Best Long Island mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please fill out and submit an appearance request form at liducks.com or contact the Community Relations Department at 631-940-3825 to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily. You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page or YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. 2022 individual game tickets are now on sale. Fans can purchase their tickets by visiting the Fairfield Properties Ballpark box office, calling 631-940-TIXX, or going online to liducks.com. Season ticket packages and mini plans are also available. To find out more information and secure your seats, please call 631-940-3825 to speak with someone in the ticket office. Get your business recognized by hundreds of thousands of Long Islanders by taking advantage of the advertising and sponsorship opportunities currently available with the Long Island Ducks. For more information, please call 631-940-3825, extension 106, or check us out on the web at liducks.com. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups to enjoy a game. The team offers block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, an exclusive party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of exclusive experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the Nicolak Dream Team. Group ticket packages are now on sale. Please call 631-940-3825 to speak with someone in the group sales department. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle Inn Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking the merchandise icon. The store is open on game days Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and then during the game from inside the ballpark only. On non-game days, the store is open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
This is Long Island Ducks baseball.
Justin Davies at the plate, the winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on, bouncing ball left side, off the mitt, up third baseman Brad Strauss. Here comes Willie Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again. The Ducks are one quack away from the championship.
Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch, and the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Line bunt up the third baseline. Esquivel charging in. They're not going to have a play, and the Ducks are the champions of the Atlantic League here in 2012. Adam Bailey. He settles under it. He makes the catch. And for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. Swung on and missed for strike three. The Long Island Ducks have come to Texas, and they'll be bringing the trophy back home to Long Island. The Long Island Ducks are the 2019 Atlantic League champions.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks pregame show.
And live from Central Islip, Suffolk County, Long Island, New York, USA, this is Long Island Ducks baseball. The final home game of the 2022 campaign as the Ducks finish up their three-game series against the playoff-bound Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Each team has won a game in this three-game series. This the rubber game, but more importantly, it's a time in which appreciation goes both ways. Mutual appreciation on Fan Appreciation Night. We appreciate what the Ducks have done for us, and the Ducks showing their appreciation for the support they've gotten from the fans all season long. Good evening, everyone. I'm David Weiss alongside Michael Pollack for my final broadcast of the season. 3 more after this at Staten Island. But first things first, Southern Maryland, just a juggernaut this season, Michael Pollack. The Long Island Ducks on the outside looking in for the playoffs, but nonetheless, a season of memories.
Yes, it has been a tremendous season, a lot of success on and off the field. I know it doesn't translate to a playoff berth. It'll be the first time since 2014 that the Ducks are not in the postseason, just the third time since 2004 that has happened. But still a lot of great things, a lot of exciting moments on the field. Of course, Lou Ford with his 1,000th hit of his Ducks and Atlantic League career. Alejandro De Aza down to the final few games, right now in the lead for the league batting title. He'd become just the second player to achieve that feat. 4 players had their contracts purchased this year. 3 Ducks alumni made it back to the major leagues this season, including Devin Marrero, who was with the Ducks just earlier this year. So a lot of exciting things that did take place on the field this season, even if it didn't mean a postseason berth. And, of course, off the field, today is Fan Appreciation Day. It's all about thanking the fans. Well, they certainly came back in a big way this year. Of course, still dealing with the remnants of the COVID-19 pandemic last year, more so than this year. But this year, fans starting to flock back to the ballpark even more so. The Ducks welcomed more fans than they did last year, a higher average attendance than they did last year, and for a second straight season, leading all MLB partner leagues in total and average attendance, something that this Ducks organization is very, very proud of.
And with those fireworks nights and other nights, too, there have been a gaggle of sellouts this season. I think we are now at a total for the history of the Long Island Ducks at 699.
That's exactly right. So hopefully earlier next year, big number 700 will happen here at the ballpark. There were 8 sold-out crowds this season, and really, when you have a season that gets canceled because of COVID-19, and then last year the Ducks were back, they made it to the championship series, but it felt like there was still some hesitation coming out to the ballpark. This year, when you had those nights where the ballpark was packed, enjoying a Ducks game, seeing the fireworks show, it just kind of sends chills up and down your spine. But the fans were terrific all season long. They showed their support of this team, even through the roller coaster ride that has been this season for the Ducks in terms of success and wins and losses. They've been here night in, night out, and we cannot thank them enough for all their support, because without the fans, the players aren't here. The players aren't playing. We're not here broadcasting. Right. So it's all thanks to them that this happens, and Ducks baseball happens every single season. So we can't thank them enough for what they do for Long Island.
About 22 and a half years ago, April 28th, the year 2000, the Ducks hosting the National Pride. It began that night. The longest-running off-Broadway hit show you're going to find across Long Island. And we are appreciative that the Ducks are as popular as they were on that very first night. Individually, there are some storylines here tonight. Alejandro De Aza looking for that batting crown. And tell you what, 3 games to go. De Aza's in the running for Player of the Year in the Atlantic League.
He has to be. I mean, he leads the league in batting, leads the league in on-base percentage. He's among the league leaders in several other categories, so you have to figure he's in the mix. He's got some stiff competition. Andretti Cordero, who's chasing him for the batting title, has had a great season. You have to look at Courtney Hawkins, who is approaching the league records for home runs and total bases. He has to be figured to be in the mix as well, but there have been a lot of really talented players throughout the course of the Atlantic League this year, and De Aza, who is in his 3rd season in the Atlantic League, first with the Ducks, has been right at the top.
Local product Chris Cepeda from Port Jeff Station will be starting for the Ducks tonight against the perennial pitcher of the year for the Atlantic League and Southern Maryland, Darrell Thompson, very quietly winning another 14 games. Does he ever not win? The answer for most of us is no. Every single year he's doing it.
He is just a tremendous pitcher. He doesn't have the stuff that's going to blow you away, but boy, he finds ways to win games year in, year out for this Blue Crabs team, which has obviously been very successful. If they get a win tonight or one more game throughout the rest of the season, they'll set a new franchise record for wins. They had an incredible first half, cooled a bit in the second half, but just another tremendous season. And their pitcher and pitching coach, Darryl Thompson, who you figure will start game 1 of the postseason on Tuesday in Lancaster against the Barnstormers, having another fine season for this Southern Maryland Blue Crabs team.
We'll take a break here on the pregame show. When we return, we'll share some memories of games past in 2022 and set you up for tonight's rubber game. The Long Island Ducks hosting the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs.
Hey fans, this is manager Wally Backman, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
When we see Long Island, we see you. Because at Catholic Health, we know that it's your remarkable lives that breathe life into our island. So at every Catholic Health hospital, practice, and care facility, we're able to provide the highest quality, most innovative care for your body, because our culture cherishes your humanity. Long live Long Island.
Take your group out to the game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, or put on a pregame performance. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks baseball. Good times every time.
Back at Fairfield Properties Ballpark, David Weiss and Michael Pollack, the final home game of the 2022 campaign for the Long Island Ducks. And one thing jumps right out at you: the weather. The crispness of fall is in the air. It was all day long. I think temperatures did get into the 80s, and it warmed up a bit at one point today. But overall, you woke up temperature in the 50s and 60s. Went out to get your paper or take the barrels in if today was trash day. I mean, it was chilly outside this morning. And right now, there's a chill in the air, too. We see some long sleeves. We see some windbreakers, some Ducks jackets. So with temperatures in the low 70s right now and probably dropping from here, if you're thinking about coming out to the ballpark, bring a layer. But it does feel a little like football weather as baseball comes to a close in Central Islip.
Yeah, it really does kind of, for the first time, feel like fall, seeing fans with sweatshirts and jackets and things like that on. But, I mean, I'm a fan of this weather. I like the cooler weather. I'm not a guy who loves the heat and the humidity like some people do. Of course, it's a sign of summer. You love the summer because you know that means baseball, but this is my ideal weather at the beginning of the season, the end of the season, where it's nice and comfortable. You don't need to layer up. You don't need to, wear the bare minimum. It's just one of those situations where you can go out, enjoy a game, not pour sweat, and just have a nice night.
That's it. So you like the chill, or as compared to, let's say, using a Yiddish word, and I hope I can use this on the air, you don't like the schwitz.
No,
so,
no.
No schwitzen. No schwitzen.
No. I am not a fan of the schwitzen, so
okay.
This is comfortable as can be, and I'll take that any day of the week.
All right, not to get too specific here, but when you get two Jews in the booth, this is what you're going to get. You can get a little Yiddish. What can I tell you? All right, highlights this past season. Let's start with Lou Ford, the ageless wonder who turned 46 on April the 12th. He's still playing. It's a joke that I have, but it's not far from the truth. Tom Brady is now known as the Tom Brady is now known as the Lou Ford of the NFL. In other words, he is doing something that hasn't been done in the Atlantic League. Age 46, he can still swing the bat. He can still play the field. He can do whatever you like. And this past season, he did something no Long Island Duck has ever done, and only a few players have ever done in the Atlantic League. He got his 1,000th career Atlantic League hit.
For sure. It was one of my favorite moments of the season. A thrill to be on the call for it. I was on Ray Navarrette's 1,000th hit when he did that earlier in his career, but it was a thrill to see Lou Ford has become such a fan favorite here, reach that milestone. Let's take a listen back to that great moment, which happened back on August the 28th against the Charleston Dirty Birds. The lefty kicks and fires, runner at second goes. This is line into left field, base hit for Ford. Caulfield around third. He will come in to score. Lou Ford has done it. The Ducks hit king is now Mr. 1000. Move forward, the first ever Ducks player to record 1,000 hits, all of them with the flock. It was just such a great moment, and to do it here at home, just like he did last year when he became the Ducks all-time hits king on Breast Cancer Awareness Night. It was just such a special moment last year when he did that, and this year another great opportunity to see him achieve such a great milestone.
Other highlights this past season, my personal highlight came on August the 30th. You and I were here. It was Jose Sermo committing an error in the top of the ninth that contributed to a 6-run Lancaster barrage, a 6-0 lead for the Ducks. They were cruising, the game tied at 6. Sermo has a chance to redeem everything in the bottom of the ninth. Here's what happened. 1 down, nobody on. Tied at 6, 6 runs, just 3 hits for the Barnstormers. 6 runs, 9 hits, and 2 big errors for the Long Island Ducks.
Well, Sittinger in a precarious position here, trying to find a way to send this game to extras after the Barnstormers rally to tie it, and Sermo with a good hitter's count.
3-1 count. Pitch to Sermo is smacked deep right field. Forget that. Good night. Retribution for Jose Sermo. His first home run as a Long Island Duck. The Ducks, in an incredible game, blow a 6-run lead and then win it. A game-winning dinger for Jose Sermo. The Ducks sending us all back to school with protractors, slide rules, loose leaf reinforcements. They are matriculating at home plate, mobbing Jose Sermo. No need to grade on a curve. It's over. 7-6. Ducks win. Ducks win. Ducks win. Wow. Wow, indeed.
What a moment that was.
I have to tell you, it was my favorite home run call of this season, maybe of the last 10 seasons. Jose Sermo, I used the word retribution. I should have said redemption, but you know what I meant. He atoned for any sin in the top of that inning and hit it. I think it's still going.
Yeah, that ball was one of the furthest baseballs I've seen hit at this ballpark since I've been here with the team, which was back in 2010. But you love those stories when guys make a mistake at the top of the inning, they come back out with a chance to redeem themselves, like you mentioned, and he did it just that. And his teammates were all really happy for him after. He was able to breathe that sigh of relief, but that was a cool moment too, a walk-off home run, and you can't expect more than something like that from a guy like Sermo, who's joined this team late in the year, trying to make a contribution. Obviously for him, he wanted to play postseason baseball. It didn't happen for the Flock, but still a great moment for this year.
Time now for our national anthem. Karina Vartanian singing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, we so gallantly streaming, and the rockets we gleamed
What a beautiful rendition. Powerful from Karina Vartanian. Our national anthem, Star Spangled Banner, which means we're just moments away from the first pitch. Long Island Ducks, Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Michael Pollock has tonight's starting lineup.
Thank you very much, David Weiss. Let's get started with the Blue Crabs, who again come in at 82-45 on the season. They won the first half in the North Division with the best winning percentage in any half of any Atlantic League team in history. They'll be taking on the Lancaster Barnstormers in the North Division Championship Series starting Tuesday night. Jack Sundberg will lead things off. He is the left fielder. Michael Wolanski will bat second and play second base. Jared Walker in right field hits third. The cleanup hitter is the designated hitter, and that's David Harris. Batting fifth at first base, Joe DeLuca. Zach Collier's in center field hitting sixth. Santiago Chirino gets the start at third base and hits seventh. The eight hitter and catcher is Ryan Haug. And rounding out the order at shortstop, Michael Baca. The same exact starting nine that Stan Clyburn sent out last night in a game the Blue Crabs won 7-4. They'll all be facing right-hander Chris Cepeda from Port Jefferson Station here on Long Island. 5-1 record of 4.13 ERA in 31 appearances, 3 of which have been starts here in 2022. For the Ducks offensively, the Ducks come in at 62-66 on the season. They will not be playing postseason baseball this year. First time since 2014 that is the case. Phil Caulfield will lead things off tonight. He is the second baseman. L.J. Mazzilli will bat second and serve as the designated hitter. Hitting third is the center fielder, and that is Alejandro De Aza. And batting in the cleanup spot back in the lineup, Davidson Romero. He plays third base. Hitting fifth at first base is Jose Sermo. The six hitter and catcher is Carlos Castro. Batting seventh, getting the start at shortstop tonight, Vladimir Frias. The eight hitter and left fielder is Dustin Woodcock. And rounding out the order in right field tonight for the Ducks is Matt Chamberlain. And as we talked about earlier, Long Island will be facing the venerable veteran Daryl Thompson. 14-4 on the season, a 3.49 ERA, has once again been one of the top pitchers in the Atlantic League and has been with this Southern Maryland Blue Crabs team since 2012. Tonight will probably be his final tune-up before he starts game one of the postseason on Tuesday night at Clipper Magazine Stadium.
I think you summed it up beautifully with Daryl Thompson. You said he's not going to blow you away. It reminds me what they used to say about Jim Catfish Hunter in the late 60s and through the 70s. He doesn't do anything spectacular on the mound. He just gets you out. And that's what Daryl Thompson does.
And it's very similar to what John Brownell did when he was here with the Ducks and had all the success. Didn't have overpowering stuff, but he mixed his pitches, hit his locations, and worked quickly and just kept his opponents off balance all game long, was able to get outs in a quick manner, and ultimately the one thing he got more than anybody else was wins.
So it's Cepeda on the mound. At the plate, Jack Sundberg. He's the table setter with lots of steals. You want to keep him off. And the first pitch outside for ball, 1-0.
Transportation Services, start time of the game is 6:39.
6:39 p.m. official start time. I think it's 72 degrees. I think it's room temperature right now.
I'm going to go 69.
1-0 pitch to Sundberg, and that misses outside. 2-0.
Tonight's official, Suffolk Transportation Services, start temperature of the game is a pleasant 70 degrees.
70. I went over. You win the showcase.
I'll take it.
All right.
I could use a showcase right about now.
Oh, 70 is so comfortable. Cepeda pitching from the stretch, the 2-0. Just misses the outside corner. 3 balls and no strikes, calling balls and strikes tonight. The men in blue, Silvio Martinez behind the plate, Mike Williams at first, and third base umpire Joe Iglio. We'll set the Ducks defensively for you in a moment. The 3-0 pitch on the way right down Carlton Avenue for a strike, 3-1. For the Ducks, Davidson Romero at third base, Vladimir Frias at short, Phil Caulfield at second, Jose Sermo at first. Left to right in the outfield, Dustin Woodcock, Alejandro De Aza, around and right Matt Chamberlain, Carlos Castro behind the plate. Chris Cepeda, the 3-1 pitch on the way to Jack Sundberg is fouled straight back. Sundberg ends up on his left knee. And the count now full at 3-2.
Well, this is Cepeda's 4th start in a row. Started the year in the bullpen, but was moved into the starting rotation for Long Island on August 28th. Had a very strong first start, a quality second start, roughed up his last time out. So he'll be looking to get back to form in this, what will be his 4th and final start of the season.
As you mentioned, a record of 5-1, ERA 4.13. 38 strikeouts coming into this start, 16 walks. Pitching from the set position. Payoff pitch on the way to Sundberg is outside. One thing you don't want to do with Jack Sundberg is put him on. Sundberg's numbers, coming into the game, batting at .250, 7 homers, 54 RBIs, 43 steals, caught stealing just 6 times.
Yeah, the Ducks have done a good job against him in this series. He was just 2 for 10 coming in with a pair of singles, so Long Island has done a good job thus far in the series keeping him off the base paths, but a leadoff walk, I would be shocked if he wasn't trying to steal second at any point here during this at-bat.
Third in the league in steals with those 43. And Michael Wolanski, former Long Island Duck, at the plate, and he takes just inside with a fastball from Chris Cepeda. 1 ball, no strikes. Wolanski combined Long Island and Southern Maryland. Overall 274 with 8 homers, 42 RBIs. Slightly open stance from the right side against the righty Cepeda. Calling card toss over to first. And getting back easily is Jack Sundberg. Hello to Doug Jansen, sitting in the club section just above us. My golf guru. He is the pro, the club pro at Brentwood Country Club. He's here with his wife, Trish, as my very special guest. And went up, saw him before the game. We were talking a little golf, talking about a little bit of everything. And after spending time with me several times this summer as I returned to the golf course, Doug was up there twitching, nervous tics, nervous breakdown, I think, on the way. I mean, nobody can teach me golf. Runner takes off. And the 1-hop throw down to second base, not nearly in time. Sundberg with stolen base number 44 on the season. He is now in scoring position. But lovely to see Doug and his wife Trish enjoying the last home game of this season with beautiful weather. So I asked Doug, all right, if golf's not my game, Doug, what do you suggest? He suggested, and I'm not sure if this is serious or not, I can't tell with Doug, he said, why don't you try the Olympics? Go for javelin catcher.
Javelin catcher.
Javelin
wow.
catcher. I think that was Doug trying to be funny. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, but wow, that is a scathing remark right there.
I love them both. He is the best. One of my great friends. Wolanski at the plate. It's 2 balls and a strike. Sundberg down at second after the steal. Pitch from Cepeda is up high. 3 balls and a strike. So Chris having trouble locating here early on. One thing about Southern Maryland, they get out in front. They get that nose right out. And they don't give up leads very often. Cepeda taking a look at the runner, the 3-1 inside, back-to-back walks. So Wolanski is aboard. Sundberg stays at second. You got 2 on, nobody out. Jared Walker coming up, and you've got a load of trouble early on for Chris Cepeda.
Cepeda having a little bit trouble locating. He walked 4 batters his last time out, which is a quarter of his season total. 16 for the year coming into the game tonight, but having a lot of trouble locating. Fell behind both Sundberg and Wolanski. He was able to battle back and get the count full with Sundberg, but could not recover against Wolanski. And now certainly facing a very tough spot in the first inning. And Southern Maryland for sure is going to try and get on the scoreboard quickly here to give Darrell Thompson a lead to work with.
Third man in the order, the right fielder, Jared Walker. 238, 17 homers, has knocked in 64. Cepeda's pitch, swing and a miss. It was a good hard slider that broke in on the hands of Walker. No balls and a strike. Walker, a good eye at the plate. He's in the top 10 in walks received this year. Next pitch, backdoor breaking ball, gets the outside corner. Nice pitch from Cepeda. So 2 beauties in a row. It's 0-2.
I was surprised to see Walker go after the first pitch there. After back-to-back walks, you would think he'd be taking a strike, but went after that first pitch from Cepeda, and with the good movement, got him out in front for strike 1, and now gets ahead 0-2.
Walker has struck out 121 times this season. That's number 5 in the league. So could become a strikeout victim here. At least Cepeda and the Ducks hope so. 0-2 pitch is smacked in the air. Center field, Diaz is coming in. No problem, and makes the catch. Runners hold at their respective bases, and an important first out for Chris Cepeda and the Ducks.
Well, the Blue Crab's a team that can at times play small ball, but with a guy like Jared Walker who has 17 home runs, he wasn't going to be bunting there. And now with the guy behind him, David Harris, a chance for him to drive in some runs. But an important first out for Cepeda against the lefty and Jared Walker. And lefties have given Cepeda trouble this year. They're hitting .328 against him, so important for Cepeda to get the out there against the left-hander, Jared Walker.
And David Harris batting from the right side, designated hitter tonight for Southern Maryland. Alejandro Diaza leading the league in batting at .345. Harris is third at .327. 16 homers and leads the team in RBIs with 84. Double steal here, the throw down, and is he out? He is not. So stealing third base, Jack Sundberg. Behind him, Michael Wolanski, a double steal for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs on the very first pitch, which was just inside of David Harris. So now 2 runners in scoring position for the Crabs.
Romero thought he was able to get that tag down on Sundberg as he slid in, but Cepeda not doing a great job at keeping runners close here. He's only allowed 7 stolen bases total for the year, but already 3 here in the first inning tonight.
So Wolanski at second base, Sundberg at third. David Harris at the plate. An off-speed pitch, well out in front. Harris was fooled, fouls it back. 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 down, 2 runners on second and third. We're at the Blue Crabs looking to break out on top early here on this absolutely gorgeous night for the final home game of 2022 for the Long Island Ducks. Cepeda set, closed stance for Harris at the plate. You don't see that very often. 1-1 pitch, hit in the air, deep enough to drive in a run. Matt Chamberlain drifts back near the warning track, makes the catch. Coming in to score rather easily is Jack Sundberg. He trots on home, also tagging Wolanski over to third. Now 2 down, but the Blue Crabs out in front early, 1-0.
Well, certainly Cepeda will take the out, but that is why the walks and the stolen bases are things you have to avoid, especially with the top of this Blue Crabs order. For Harris's 85th RBI of the year, his 6th sack fly of the season, and with a second straight night, Southern Maryland strikes first.
So that brings up first baseman Joe DeLuca, with Wolanski now on third. DeLuca batting from the left side is a switch hitter. He's a .259, 10 homers, 35 RBIs. And the pitch from Cepeda just misses the outside corner. 1 ball and no strikes. This is Chris Cepeda's 4th start, as Michael Pollock mentioned earlier. Winning 5 out of the 6 decisions he has this season. 1-0 pitch on the way outside again. 2 balls and no strikes.
The Ducks have won all 3 of his starts that he's made thus far. An 8-2 win on August 28th over Charleston, a 7-4 win in Staten Island on September the 3rd, and a 13-8 win in York last Thursday.
1 run in for the Blue Crabs, 1 on. 2 outs, top of the first, a 2-0 count to Joe DeLuca at the plate. Cepeda wants catcher Carlos Castro to go through the signs once again. Now they're on the same page. And Cepeda's 2-0. It's outside again, 3 balls and no strikes. Again, this game began with back-to-back walks from Cepeda to Jack Sundberg and Michael Wolanski. Sundberg stole second. Then there was a double steal. And a sac fly, driving in a run from David Harris. That's where we are. Pitch to DeLuca, the 3-0 is inside low, and DeLuca is on. Third walk of the top of the first for Chris Cepeda. So now runners on the corners with 2 down.
And you have to think Southern Maryland is going to continue to show patience at the plate with the struggles Cepeda is having with his control thus far. Blue Crabs coming into the game today with a total of 509 walks on the season. That's not near the top of the league. They're actually the 3rd fewest walks of any team in the league this year, ahead of only Charleston and Staten Island, but they have been finding ways to show patience here in the first inning against Cepeda, who seems to be overthrowing a little bit.
And he throws over to first to keep DeLuca close. DeLuca with only 5 steals this season and 7 attempts. We'll see if Dan Clyburn wants to put his runner in motion. Fastball outside to Collier. 1 ball and no strikes as the control problems continue here for Chris Cepeda in the top of the first. Collier on the season is a .257. 7 homers, has knocked in 57 runs, scored 67 runs. He's played in 102 games coming in. Pitch, a swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch from Chris Cepeda. Collier way out in front, 1-1.
That was a very good changeup from the right-hander. Collier expecting a fastball up in the zone. That's how it looked coming out of the hand of Cepeda, but Collier way out in front as that ball did not come in quite as quick as Collier was expecting.
Collier, excellent defensive center fielder for Southern Maryland. At the plate, 1-1 count, another throw over. Fairly close as Jose Sermo did a little swipe tag to DeLuca at first base, but DeLuca got in just under the tag.
He's got a good pickoff move. He picked off a runner in his last start at Cepeda, so that's why I think he's got to do a good job. If he's going to let runners on, he's got to be sure to keep them close.
Cepeda coming set, and the 1-1 on the way to Collier. Off-speed pitch is hit in the air. That's going to twist foul to our left. Well, I'll tell you, I'm taking a look off to the left side, and that landed just behind 2 rows. Looks like a couple of families sitting there. They were completely unaware that ball was coming down. You've got to keep your head in the game when you're in the stands because it can land in your lap.
Too many people looking down at their phones, their tablets, whatever it is.
True.
So many distracting things nowadays, but you should be focused on the baseball game. That's a souvenir to be had.
If you know what's good for you, too. You don't want to get hurt. 1-2 pitch is on the way. That's way outside from Cepeda, who just let it go a little early. And so the count now full at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 down. 1 run up on the board. Blue Crabs do not have a hit. Couple of walks. Total of 3 steals and a sacrifice fly. 2-2 pitch on the way, well outside. Not even close, and the count full once again. So you'll get the runner on first, Joe DeLuca, moving. Wolanski's going to have to hold on at third base, but an important early pitch coming up right here for Chris Cepeda and the Ducks.
Surprised we haven't seen a visit from either Castro or Mark Wiedemeyer thus far with the struggles that Cepeda's had with his command, and most of these pitches are missing by quite a bit. Not really around the zone, just well out of the zone and easy for the Blue Crabs to take.
Collier looking for something he can drive here, no doubt. And that throw over, and there's nobody there. Not being held on. Jose Sermo was not at first base. Run comes in to score. Over to second base goes Joe DeLuca. 2-0. Communication problem right there. A pickoff attempted by Chris Cepeda, but Sermo was playing behind DeLuca at first base. And Wolanski comes in to score. It's 2-0.
Well, the Ducks have been guilty all season long of a lot of mental mistakes, some on the base path, some in the field, and that was one where with a 3-2 count and 2 outs, very rarely is the first baseman going to be holding on a runner.
Goes down as an error. There's a ground ball off the bat of Zach Collier. Over to second baseman Caulfield, over to Sermo, and the side is retired. But a gift run on top of that first run in the inning for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. 2 runs, no hits, 3 walks, 1 man left. At the end of a half inning of play, it's the Crabs 2, the Ducks coming up.
Hey fans, this is infielder Elgin Mazzilli, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Planning your next party or looking for a caterer that will handle all of your needs? Hidden Gem Cafe has got you covered. From setup to service to cleanup and amazing food that is sure to be talked about, they can do it all without breaking the bank. Hidden Gem knows that each event is unique and strives to design a specialized menu for each event. Call the Hidden Gem Cafe for your next party at 631-390-5912 and be sure to follow them on social media too at the Hidden Gem Cafe for ideas and information.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Nothing Blue Crabs after a half inning of play. We go to the bottom of the first inning, and every time a Ducks batter walks this season, it is a First National Bank LI walk to first. First National Bank celebrating 95 years as Long Island's truly local bank. Explore anniversary promotions and experience customer first service for yourself. Visit fnbli.com.
Well, up here in the booth, it's more about the Long Island Ducks than it is about us, but I don't care. That's never stopped me before. This is the final broadcast for yours truly, and I just want to say that it took a while. Michael Pollock has been here for a dozen years. I finally warmed up to you, Michael, and I'm going to miss you.
I am very shocked that you've already been able to get to that point. I usually it takes at least 2 decades to warm up to me, so most people in life have not been able to get to that point yet, but I'm truly honored that it's finally happened after all these years.
You're just too cuddly to ignore. What can I say? I want to make a bundle out of you.
I've been told I'm many things. I don't know if cuddly has ever been an adjective used to describe me.
We'll get to this in depth later on. Obviously, we are both very disturbed individuals. For the Long Island Ducks, Phil Caulfield is leading off. Second baseman for the Ducks, who already trailed 2-0. Bottom of the first, Southern Maryland, Darryl Thompson. The ageless one who seems every single year, double digits, pitcher of the year, two-time defending pitcher of the year, I believe.
That's right.
1 ball, 1 strike to Caulfield. For Long Island at .295 this year. 2 homers, 20 RBIs as he slams one foul. Hit on a line down the left field line. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Caulfield. Also played in Tijuana earlier this year. He's been a steady presence for the Ducks. Has scored 32 runs. Playing in his 40th game for Long Island. Be Caulfield, L.J. Mazzilli, Alejandro De Aza here in the bottom of the first. Ducks already trailing by 2, but to say there's a long way to go is an understatement. 1-2 pitch up high from Thompson. It's 2-2.
Well, you certainly have to figure Thompson's going to be in the mix again. Leads the league in wins, second in the league in ERA. John Anderson of Gastonia's had a nice season. Jorge Martinez of York leads the league in ERA, but you know Darryl Thompson has been right there among the league leaders again.
Caulfield hits it in the air. It's a little looper, and it could fall in. A diving catch made by right fielder Jared Walker, and a beauty. Wow. That thing, look, was Bermuda Triangle bound with center fielder Zach Collier, Jared Walker in right field, and Michael Wolanski, the second baseman, all going out. And only one of those 3 had a chance to make the catch, and he did. Sliding and diving, Jared Walker, 1 down.
Well, it's been interesting. Walker typically would be the first baseman for this Blue Crabs team, but Alex Crosby not available for them right now. He did play third base the other night and actually committed an error that led to 5 unearned runs in 1 inning.
L.J. Mazzilli fouls one off to the right side, 0-1.
Braxton Lee started the series opener in right field and had to leave that game due to injury after his second at bat. So now they put Walker in right field the last 2 games. He's made a couple nice catches out there.
Very versatile. Maz, the DH here tonight for the Ducks. Good hard slider, nips the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-2. Maz at .258, playing in his 99th game of the season. 11 homers, has knocked in 46. He scored 73. Righty-righty matchup here. The 0-2 on the way is right back up the middle and through to center field. That nearly took Darryl Thompson's right leg with it. That ball had eyes and was hit well. Maz aboard. It's the first hit of the game for either team. L.J. Mazzilli with a single with 1 down.
Well, it's been a tough year for L.J. Mazzilli. He played like an all-star in each of his first 2 seasons here with the Ducks, but this year has failed to bat with that same level of contribution coming into the game tonight, hitting just .258 on the year, but boy, has he finished the season strong. He's now reached base safely in all 19 games he's played since coming back from an injury on August the 24th, and he's sitting over .350 in that span. So the Ducks have to be happy with what they've seen from LJ here down the stretch of the season.
Oh yeah, Maz finishing strong, and speaking of strong, Alejandro De Aza, the league's leading hitter at the plate, as he takes just outside, 1 ball and no strikes. De Aza at .345 with 3 games plus this one to go. De Aza figures to play in all of them. 10 homers, 68 RBIs, 77 runs scored, 10 for 12 in the stolen base department, and definitely one of those in the mix for Player of the Year in the Atlantic League. 1-0 pitch on the way. Outside corner for a strike. It's 1-1.
Just amazing what he has done offensively. He's been such a key contributor to this lineup ever since he joined the team early on. It's a shame he won't get a chance to play postseason baseball with the Ducks this year, but certainly has been having one of the better seasons of his career.
De Aza, the former major leaguer, crouched at the plate, batting for the left side. Fastball missing. It's 2 balls and a strike to De Aza with Davidson Romero waiting on deck. De Aza, the most valuable player for the Ducks, as voted on by the fans. And as Michael mentioned, had a wonderful season. So Thompson coming set. Short lead at first base from L.J. Mazzilli. The 2-1 pitch. Well, De Aza wanted to uncrank, but did not. Held up. Good choice. 3 balls and a strike.
That's another thing is De Aza has not only done a good job with hits, but he's done a good job getting on base, drawing 69 walks this year, and that's why he has a league best 453 on base percentage to go along with the league high 345 batting average.
Yep, number 1 in on base percentage. 3-1 pitch on the way. De Aza looked like he wanted to swing. He did not. Checks his swing. Home plate umpire Silvio Martinez checking with Mike Williams, rather Joe Iglio, and it is a walk for De Aza, and that is another First National Bank LI walk to first, go far. De Aza aboard. L.J. Mazzilli, Maz pushes to second base, and Davidson Romero is up with 2 runners on, only 1 man out. Ducks trailing by 2 early on, but looking to cut that lead in half or more here in the bottom of the first. Romero at the plate. Thompson on the mound. He comes set. Runners take their leads, and the pitch on the way is in there for a strike. Good fastball from Thompson. 0-1. Romero on the season at .281. 17 homers, leading the Ducks in that department, and 77 RBIs, leading the Ducks in that department. No balls and a strike, 2 on, 1 out, bottom of the first. Ducks trailing 2-0. And the pitch to Romero missing. Downstairs, it's 1-1.
Well, whenever you see Darryl Thompson on the schedule, you know it's always going to be a tough matchup. The one thing, though, the Ducks have done well is they've hit the ball well against him. 30 hits in 26 innings against him this year coming into play. The one thing Thompson has done well has been able to limit the damage. He's got a 4.15 ERA, but a 3-1 record against the Ducks.
1-1 pitch is smoked left field. That's going to drop in front of left fielder Jack Sundberg. Coming in to score will be L.J. Mazzilli. Over to third goes De Aza. A run-scoring single for Davidson Romero, adding to his team-leading RBI total. Now it's 78, and the Ducks have cut the lead in half. It is now 2-1.
Well, another guy who's been having a good season for the Ducks, Davidson Romero. And he gives the Ducks their first run of the night, a good, solid, clean single to left field in front of Jack Sundberg. And with the speed of Mazzilli, easily able to score. De Aza goes corner to corner. Romero, both in terms of batting average, in terms of run production, and in terms of walks, he has done a tremendous job this year. And it somewhat goes under the radar because the Ducks won't be playing postseason baseball, but he has been, along with De Aza, the 2 biggest contributors to this offense this season.
No doubt about it. Jose Sermo, the switch hitter, batting to the left side against the righty Darryl Thompson. Ducks threatening to tie it up quickly. First pitch is a fastball tailing away. Sermo went after it and missed it. No balls and a strike. Jose Sermo, who came aboard about a month and a half ago, playing in his 28th game as a Duck. 267, 3 homers, 12 RBIs. Runners at the corners with just 1 down. Next pitch clips the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-2, the first of those 3 homers he hit. Won the game back on August 30th, the bottom of the 9th home run against the Lancaster Barnstormers, a game that Michael Pollock and I were here for, one of the strangest games you will ever see. And there's a ground ball to the right side, taken on a short hop by DeLuca. The throw to second for 1, back to first, and that's a double play. Nicely turned, 3-6-3. Sermo and the Ducks are retired. So the Ducks were threatening to tie it up quickly here in the first inning and have to settle for 1 run. In the inning, 1 run for the Ducks, 2 hits, a walk with the double play, just 1 man left at the end of 1 complete inning of play. We've already had a lot of action. It's the Blue Crabs 2, the Ducks 1.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Joe Iorio, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSCG Long Island wants you to know how to save energy and money in your home. Did you know energy-efficient appliances can use up to 25% less energy? Here's how to save. PSCG Long Island offers money-saving rebates when you purchase Energy Star appliances. Discover how a little energy efficiency know-how can mean savings in your home. Find more energy efficiency tips, tools, and money-saving rebates at pscgliny.com/save money.
Has drinking or substance abuse taken over your life? You are not alone, and recovery is possible. At FCA, our caring team members will work with you to identify a recovery plan that meets your needs. We have virtual and in-person services ranging from treatment to recovery, from prevention to crisis support. Go to our website, fcali.org or thriveli.org for more information and to start your recovery journey today.
Ducks fans, this 2022 season has been presented by Catholic Health. Visit them online at chsli.org. Catholic Health, long live Long Island. We thank them for all their support of Ducks baseball again here in 2022 and bringing you another exciting season of the most affordable family entertainment on Long Island.
And we spell affordable with all caps. I mean, just add it up. The time and the money it takes to go to Citi Field or Yankee Stadium. You do the math. All right, then compared to what we have here. Santiago Chirino, third baseman for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, leading off here in the top of the second. Takes a strike from Chris Cepeda, who walked 3 in the top of the first. We'll see if he straightened out his control issues here. 2-1, Ducks trail. And this one is smacked to left field and down for a base hit. Gobbled up by the Ducks left fielder Dustin Woodcock. So Santiago Chirino with a base hit, playing in his just second game for Southern Maryland. 2 for 4 and a 500 batting average coming in. So that goes up 1 for 1 right now.
And good start to the inning for the Blue Crabs. Chirino, who made his debut last night, off to a good start here tonight.
So Chirino, we'll see what he has in mind in terms of possible steal attempt. Southern Maryland, they love to run. Ryan Howe got the plate, catcher, and he's looking to bunt. Yanks the bat away as that one came in tight. Off-speed pitch from Chris Cepeda. 1 ball and no strikes.
I'm sure Cepeda will be paying attention, but he was not much of a stolen base threat with the New Jersey Jackals in the Frontier League earlier this year. 0 for 1 in that department. So Cepeda will surely keep a close eye, though.
And he tosses over quickly to Jose Sermo to keep Chirino close. The Jackals play in that ballpark, which is right inside Montclair State College in New Jersey. There's a tapper foul on the right side. 1 ball and 1 strike. I've seen that ballpark. I've been there for games. It's where the Yogi Berra Museum and Learning Center is also located. Wonderful place to see a game. You are right on top of the action.
I did hear, though, that I think next year they're not going to be playing games there anymore at Yogi Berra Stadium.
That is very disappointing to hear.
I don't remember where I heard that they were going to, but I don't believe they'll be playing games there next year.
It is a small ballpark, so not an overly large capacity. And another toss over to first to keep Chirino close. Ryan Howe at 266, 2 homers and 35 RBIs. That's where I met Yogi Berra the one time I had a chance to interview him back in the 1990s. And he could not have been funnier. 1-1 pitch, a little squibber. Second base, taken by Phil Caulfield. The throw over to short for 1, back to first, not in time. Vladimir Frias's return to first baseman Sermo. Not good enough. Ryan Howe, not a lot of speed out of the box, but barely able to beat it out. So the force play goes 4-6. And Howe replacing Chirino on the base paths.
Well, not an easy play with the speed at which that ball was hit, but I thought for sure that throw to first had beaten Haug to the bag, who doesn't run all that well. But a close play. Good job by Caulfield not to try and tag the runner, just flip it right to the shortstop Frias rather than wasting more time. And Frias made a good return throw to first. Well, I'll tell you, that foot got on the bag right about as the ball hit the back of the glove of Sermo, so it was close.
But no argument anywhere around, so everybody digesting it pretty well. 1 ball and no strikes to Michael Baca, shortstop for the Blue Crabs at the plate. Batting from the right side. Ryan Haug taking a pretty good lead at first base, and there's a ground ball left side, and that is just foul. Wow, that took 1 bounce and nearly caught the corner of the bag. That's a tough call for the home plate umpire. At this point, the third base umpire, if you will, is stationed more towards second base, and that's going to be the call of Silvio Martinez behind the plate all the way, and that was very close.
Yeah, very close to the bag. Fortunately for Romero, that one went just foul. Otherwise, Baca would have had an extra base hit and possibly an RBI.
So count 1-1. Another throw across, gets away from Jose Sermo. That throw was in the dirt, down the right field line. One base for Ryan Haug, and now over to third base, and he is in there. The ball comes loose. Throw was a little offline, coming into third baseman Davidson Romero. So another error for the Long Island Ducks, and Haug picking up 2 bases, and with 1 down, that error charged to Chris Cepeda, and that's his 2nd error of the game.
And not a good start for him on the mound. We, of course, talked about the command troubles he had in the first 3 walks, then made the error on the pickoff throw to first with a 3-2 count and 2 out. Just a mental mistake, you think, there. But there made a throw to first. It was somewhat low. Sermo couldn't pick it out, and that throw was a good one by Chamberlain, but as you mentioned, Dave, just a little bit off target.
1-1 to Baca, the pitch. High and away with a fastball. It's 2-1. So some sloppiness here for the Long Island Ducks a little early. Chris Cepeda with control issues in the first inning, and Southern Maryland taking advantage. Get a man over to third with just 1 out here in the second. Next pitch is popped out, right field, out of play, and the count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 down. Southern Maryland already up 2-1, looking to strike again.
This Blue Crabs team, certainly you think when they go into the postseason, if they can get some runs early with their starting pitching and the back end of their bullpen, they'd be in good shape. And that's exactly what their goal is going to be against a Barnstormer team that doesn't quite have the same level of pitching as the Blue Crabs do.
Pitch on the way, hit to center field. Alejandro De Aza right at him, makes the catch. Tagging up is Ryan Haug at third base. Throw comes into second. No way to get Haug, although not very fast, but it was hit far enough to De Aza in center to bring in Haug. It is now 3-1 Crabs.
So the second unearned run, at least as of right now, allowed by Cepeda. Now they go down as unearned because of the errors, but of course they were his own errors that led to those runs. So the mistakes for Cepeda here, he's only given up 1 hit, but 3 walks, 2 errors, and of course 3 stolen bases as well against him has caused all this damage that the Blue Crabs have had.
Back to the top of the order, Jack Sundberg for the Blue Crabs, who walked leading off in the top of the first. He would steal second, later steal third as part of a double steal, and then come in to score on a sac fly from David Harris. Next pitch, missing just outside. 2 balls and no strikes to Sundberg.
I think that's the one thing that Wally Beckman has talked about a lot this year is it's just been too many mistakes game after game, whether it be defensive mistakes in the field, mental mistakes in the field or on the base paths, just too many things that the Ducks have not done right and that they should be doing right that's led to some of the losses they've had.
2-0 pitch, nips the outside corner for a strike. It's 2-1. Something we talked about with Chris King this past Sunday. The Kinger and I were talking about how just well balanced the 10 teams are. Even Staten Island becoming a tough out in the second half. Pitch outside, now 3 balls and a strike to Sundberg. For the first time now, you have 10 teams in the Atlantic League, and there are no easy outs. And the Ducks gave it their best shot this season, but understandable that very, very tough to string a lot of wins together when you've got this kind of competition. Pitch is low. That is another walk. 4th walk given up by Chris Cepeda. So now on first base, Jack Sundberg with 2 down and leading by 2. And it brings up Michael Wolanski.
So back-to-back starts now for Cepeda, in which he's walked 4 batters. You have 4 walks in just 3 2/3 innings his last time out. Already 4 walks in just an inning and 2/3 tonight.
So Wolanski also walked his first time up and would come around to score. There's a ground ball, backhanded, dropped, picked up. Davidson Romero, the throw across on a straight line is in time. Romero with that bazooka for an arm at third base. So Wolanski is retired, and so are the Blue Crabs. But in the inning, they do score a run on 1 hit. There was an error, a man left. At the end of 1.5, we go to the bottom of the second inning here at Fairfield Properties Ballpark, and the score now is 3-1 Blue Crabs.
Hey fans, this is Tyler Webb, left-handed pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hop Hog, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel, Hop Hog, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Prato. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Fairfield Properties Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel, Hop Hog, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Your source for everything Ducks is liducks.com. The official website of the Long Island Ducks is the best place to stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team. Purchase tickets to the game, see the full promotional schedule, visit the online store, read the latest news stories, and watch every game live right on the homepage. The site offers an optimal browsing experience on either your computer or mobile device. liducks.com, the official website of the Long Island Ducks, your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Well, we mentioned this earlier, but tonight is the final home game of the regular season for the Ducks. However, they have 3 more games to go after tonight. They'll be in Staten Island over the weekend to take on the Ferry Hawks in the final installment of the inaugural Battle of the Belt. They'll play Friday night at 7 o'clock, Saturday 6 o'clock, and Sunday at 4 o'clock from Staten Island University Hospital Community Park. Head on out, make the drive. It's only about an hour and a half or so to the west of us here in Central Islip. But if you can't make it, we'll have all the action for you right here on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network, liducks.com, Facebook Live, and youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Bottom of the second, and a big swing from leadoff batter Carlos Castro, catcher for the Ducks. No balls and a strike to Carlos. For the Long Island Ducks this season, Carlos at .339, 7 homers, 35 RBIs. He has played elsewhere, including the York Revolution. And he is among the leading hitters at .325, 4th in hitting in the Atlantic League. Smacks one foul out of play to the right side. Count now 1-2 to Carlos Castro.
And he has certainly played himself into the mix for the league batting title. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to catch his teammate Alejandro De Aza, but certainly has been a huge contributor offensively all season long. Has been a nice addition to the Ducks here in the second half as he came over in a trade from the Wild Health Genomes.
1-2 pitch is on the way. A swing, a foul tip, back into the mitts. Catcher Ryan Haug, and that is the first strikeout for Darrell Thompson. The right-hander for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. 1 up, 1 down. Brings up Ducks shortstop Vladimir Frias. Wally Backman throughout the season has used Frias all over the place in the lineup. He has led off. He's batted 9th much of the time. 7th in the order here tonight. Batting with the left side against the right-hander Thompson. First pitch, lifted foul out of play left side. Frias this season, .237, 6 homers, has knocked in 42. Second on the Ducks in terms of steals with 13. Second only to Maz, LJ Mazzilli with 20. But still a good idea to keep Frias off the base paths. He makes things happen. 0-1 pitch on the way. Slice foul again left side, 0-2.
Frias gets in the lineup today. Sue Lin getting the day off after back-to-back strong games for Lin, including a 2-homer night on Tuesday and a triple in yesterday's game. But Lin gets the day off today with Thompson on the hill.
0-2 pitch on the way is a fastball up high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. First game of this series on Tuesday night. An 11-8 Ducks win. A game in which the Ducks led 11-1 going to the top of the ninth. And Southern Maryland made it interesting Next pitch to Frias, just outside, count even at 2-2. A 7-run ninth inning for Southern Maryland. Ducks won it by 3, but Blue Crabs making the Ducks sweat a bit. 2-2 pitch on the way is hit a mile high. Shortstop Michael Baca waiting for it to come down. It will eventually come down, according to Sir Isaac Newton, and it does. And we have 2 down.
That game on Tuesday, very reminiscent of that game we were talking about earlier against the Barnstormers, where the Ducks had a big lead going into the 9th. That one lost the lead. This time they just barely hung on to it. In that game on August 30th, it was Nick Trabacci who pitched, and Trabacci got into trouble there in the 9th inning, then got relieved by Matt Carasity, who couldn't keep the lead intact. It was Tyler Webb who had to relieve Trabacci on Tuesday night and just barely got out of it.
At the plate is Dustin Woodcock, left fielder for the Ducks, who takes a strike. So on 1, Woodcock at 248, playing in his 103rd game for the Ducks, 15 homers, 49 RBIs. He's played center, he's played left, he's played right. All outfield positions, and plays them all very well. He hits one foul just in front of us upstairs. That could be where my golf pro buddy Doug Jansen is sitting. That's just about there. He's in the front row up there.
Yeah, might have gotten a souvenir.
I think he brought his clubs with him, so he may just hit that one back, maybe a sand wedge over the center field wall. We talked about that. 400 feet is a long way to center field, but it's only about a pitching wedge if you're a good golfer.
That's right.
Well, for me, it's a driver. I mean, because I stink.
There's no way I'd probably hit it out of the infield, to be honest, if I tried.
Have you ever played a round of golf?
I have never played a round of anything besides mini golf.
Mini golf, which is just your speed.
Yeah.
1-2 to count at Woodcock at the plate. From the left side against the righty, and next pitch inside.
We talked earlier about how I'm not a fan of being out in the hot, warm weather. Well, being out on a golf course in the blazing sun for about 5 or so hours, not really up to my speed.
And to do it and not play well, as I do, is double torture.
Yeah, no.
2-2 pitch on the way to Woodcock. Is hit in the air, playable, infield. Michael Wolanski, second baseman. He's waiting for it to come down, and it does. So 3 up and 3 down for the Long Island Ducks. They are retired easily by Darrell Thompson. In the inning, nothing across for the Ducks. We have finished 2 complete here at Fairfield Properties Ballpark. And the score, the Blue Crabs 3, the Ducks 1.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Alejandro de Asa, and you are listening to Duck Baseball on the Long Island Duck Broadcast Network.
This is it. Check it out. See what everyone's talking about. Let Nicolak Paver, pave your way.
Bring your outdoor living dreams to life. Visit Nicolak's Outdoor Design Center at 200 Henry Street in Lindenhurst and see thousands of square feet of pavers, retaining walls, fire pits, and outdoor living accents on display. Only Nicolak paving stones are made with Paver Shield technology for more vibrant color options than anyone else. Visit Nicolak.com to request a free sample or their Outdoor Design Center at 200 Henry Street in Lindenhurst. Nicolak. Ask for it by name. You'll see the difference. Visit Nicolak.com. That's Nicolak.com.
Let Nicolak Paver, pave your way. Pave your way.
Well, fans, thank you for following all season long as the Long Island Ducks teamed up with Island Federal Credit Union to hit home runs for hunger. Every time a Ducks player hit a home run this season, Island Federal donated $100 to Long Island Cares in an effort to help improve food security for families on Long Island. The Ducks have launched over 100 homers this season, and therefore Island Federal will be making a donation of $10,000 to Long Island Cares. Island Federal Credit Union, catch the wave to better banking.
Up on the Ducks scoreboard, we just had a video message from the ageless wonder Lou Ford thanking the Ducks for all their support for 2022 and that this is the last home game of the season, fan appreciation night. And he said, we hope to see you next year. We hope to see Lou next year.
Yep.
Nothing, I think, definite yet, but we have to assume he'll be back, and we could not be happier. First pitch on the way to Jared Walker, leading off the top of the third for the Blue Crabs. Walker flew out to center his first time up. It's no balls and a strike. Chris Cepeda trying to steady the ship. He has walked 4 thus far and given up 3 runs. And there's a ground ball, base hit through the right field side. So Walker is aboard with a hit, leading off the third.
Every year I always sit throughout the offseason wondering, is this the year that Lou Ford comes back and does not play a game, or will he go and play once again? But every year he continues to do things with the bat that impress you. I think he certainly sees where he's at in terms of the all-time hit leaders in league history, knowing he's going to need just a little bit under 100 to surpass Brian Nelson, who is the all-time hits leader in Atlantic League history. I'm not sure he'll ever get there, but who knows? If he keeps swinging the bat the way he does, it's very possible.
I want Lou to play until he's 50. I want to see a 50-year-old Lou Ford out there. He is absolutely the fountain of youth in a Ducks uniform. David Harris at the plate, sac fly to drive in the first run for the Blue Crabs in that top of the first. 3-1 Crabs, top of the third here. Jared Walker's at first base after his leadoff single. Walker has 13 steals and 14 attempts, caught stealing only once this season. Next pitch from Chris Cepeda is a little high and tight. To Harris, it's 1-1.
The key is he continues to play. The question is, how much will he play? Because those numbers have been dwindling over the years.
1-1 pitch. Good fastball hitting the outside corner. 1-2 to Harris.
I think the one thing that impressed me, though, the most this year was how much outfield he played. You know, you think over the years, even if he's getting less playing time, most of it will be as the DH, but he was playing the outfield quite a bit this season, both left and right field.
And did a great job as well. 1-2 pitch, and there's a tapper towards short, taken by Frias. Out at the bag, and a throw over to first, a double play. 6-6-3. David Harris retired, Walker erased, 2 down.
That ball, Harris was trying to sneak through the middle of the infield, but Frias did a good job to range up the middle and get there. Made the play easy for him to just step on the bag and get the out at first. 2 big outs there for Cepeda after allowing the leadoff man on for the 3rd straight inning.
That brings up first baseman Joe DeLuca, who was one of the 3 to be walked by Chris Cepeda in that top of the first, that 2-run opening frame. So DeLuca stands in from the left side. 2 down, now nobody on, top of the 3rd. And the first pitch on the way from Cepeda, missing outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Nice crowd on hand here tonight with beautiful weather. We mentioned at the top, temperature in the low 70s, a crispness in the air. And the pitch to DeLuca is turned around and a base hit to right center field. So second hit of the inning, but with double play. DeLuca now the only man aboard, so brings up Zach Collier now with DeLuca on first.
One of the things I find most intriguing when I look at the numbers for Chris Cepeda this year, he's actually struggled when the bases have been empty. Opponents hit a .309 against him this year. The base is empty, but they have yet to get a hit off of him when the base is loaded. So it's just one of those funny things where it seems like Cepeda does better when there aren't guys on base, especially with runners in scoring position, than he does when there's nobody on.
Yeah, so he can bear down, make it happen, stay out of the big innings. Collier at the plate, and he slams one to the left center field power alley. That's going to go all the way to the wall. DeLuca streaking to third base. He's being waved in. Here comes the throw. It's cut off. Bounced around in the infield, and Joe DeLuca scores on the RBI triple from Zach Collier, and it is now 4-1 Blue Crabs.
So Cepeda gets the big double play off the bat of David Harris, one of the best hitters, if not the best, in this Blue Crabs lineup. But DeLuca follows with a single, and now Collier with his 8th triple of the season. And just like that, the Blue Crabs have now scored in each of the first 3 innings against Cepeda.
DeLuca waved in, and he was going to score regardless, as Collier drove it all the way to the wall, left center field. Santiago Chirino, who singled his first time up to left field. That was leading off the 2nd inning. Open stance, left side, makes the right from the right side rather. It's 2 balls and no strikes once again. Cepeda falling behind. So Collier on third, 3 hits in this inning, 1 run in thus far. And a 3-run lead for the Blue Crabs. 2-0 pitch on the way, and that one is sliced right field, but right at Matt Chamberlain. Hardly has to move, makes the grab, and the side is retired. However, in the inning for Southern Maryland, 1 run, 3 hits, 1 left. At the end of 2.5, we go to the bottom of the 3rd here in Central Islip. It is now the Crabs 4, the Ducks 1.
Hey fans, this is infielder Vladimir Frias, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
When we see Long Island, we see you. Because at Catholic Health, we know that it's your remarkable lives that breathe life into our island. So at every Catholic Health hospital, practice, and care facility, we're able to provide the highest quality, most innovative care for your body, because our culture cherishes your humanity. Long live Long Island.
Take your group out to the game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nickolock Dream Team, or put on a pregame performance. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks baseball. Good times every time.
Although this 2022 season is coming to a close, it's never too early to start thinking about the 2023 season of Ducks baseball, and season ticket plans are available right now for the 23rd season of Ducks baseball, which will begin next spring here at Fairfield Properties Ballpark. Season ticket prices will remain unchanged from what they are in 2022, so still offers the best savings and most affordable, most benefits on all Ducks tickets that you can buy. Sign up for a season ticket plan today. Call 631-940-3825.
So Matt Chamberlain, bottom of the order for the Long Island Ducks against Darrell Thompson, the 14-game winner for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs on the mound. First pitch is stroked to right field for a base hit. 1 pitch, Matt Chamberlain turns it around and slams it to right. He is aboard. The Ducks trailing 4-1, bottom of the 3rd. Still a long way to go. And the Ducks get the 3rd inning started out nicely with a Matt Chamberlain single.
His 14th hit as a member of the Ducks and 56 at-bats. It's all over that first pitch, up and out over the plate. Got the bat head out in front. And a clean, hard single between first and second as the Ducks try and cut into this 3-run deficit.
So Phil Caulfield, the Ducks second baseman, back to the top of the order with 1 on, nobody out. Caulfield was robbed of a bloop base hit to right field on a diving catch from Jared Walker, as Caulfield slams 1 foul left field. Going the other way and going the other way hard, but well foul into the stands. No balls and a strike to Caulfield. Maz, L.J. Mazzilli on deck, then Alejandro De Aza after that. Chamberlain takes a short lead off first base. Thompson's pitch is hit left center field and deep. Going back and making the catch in left is Jack Sundberg, and retreating to first is Matt Chamberlain. Caulfield gave it a ride all the way to near the warning track, but Sundberg went back, was able to bring it in.
A good piece of hitting by Caulfield, driving it the opposite way, but with Sundberg's speed out in left field, able to catch up to that, make the grab for the first out of the inning. Caulfield now 0 for 2 in the ball game, 0 for 7 in this series.
So that brings up Maz, L.J. Mazzilli, who singled back in the first inning, right back up the middle, and would come around to score a couple of batters later on a RBI single from Davison Romero. And that's the 1 run the Ducks have up on the board to this point. First pitch down low, 1 ball and no strikes to Maz. Chamberlain at first base, as we mentioned, just a short lead. He is 3 for 3 in the larceny department, 3 steals and 3 attempts. And this one is smoked down the left field line. If it's fair, it's trouble. It is! All the way to the corner. Matt Chamberlain being waved in, and he will be thrown out at the plate. Bang, bang play. Good throw from Jack Sundberg to the cutoff man, and the throw in, getting him by about a step and a half. So an aggressive play by the Ducks trying to score. Mazzilli hitting it on a line down the left field line. Hitting it really just a little bit too hard as the Blue Crabs able to nail Chamberlain at the plate.
Well, an aggressive send there by Lou Ford. You know you have the league's best hitter waiting in the on-deck circle. Chamberlain has good speed, but that was a good play to get the relay throw into the shortstop, Michael Baca. He fired home, and they get Chamberlain out at the plate. But a tremendous job by Sundberg with his speed to get there, and by Baca to relay that throw home. And even with the speed of Chamberlain, Blue Crabs just turned a perfect relay to get a big out.
That goes 9-6-2 on the throw out of Matt Chamberlain at the plate. Mazzilli with the double is at second base. Alejandro De Aza is at the plate. From the left side against the righty Thompson. And the pitch, De Aza taking a strike. No balls and a strike. De Aza walked his first time up. So officially a plate appearance, but not an at-bat. The average stays at 345, leading the league coming into tonight's action. 0-1, Mazzilli in scoring position at second. And the pitch missing outside, 1 ball and 1 strike to De Aza.
Now the one thing I think is a risky play with that is knowing Sundberg's speed in left, and knowing the man on deck and the man behind him and your 2 best hitters, one of whom leads the league in batting, the other of whom leads your team in RBIs. It's an aggressive play to send Chamberlain home, not knowing whether or not he will indeed score. I'm sure Lou, knowing that Chamberlain runs well, seeing that ball hit into the corner, probably felt that he would be able to score on that play. And it did take a perfect relay, which is exactly what the Blue Crabs got. But knowing who's on deck and who's in the hole, a risky play since it would have brought the tying run to the plate.
Summing it up well, and it did take 2 good throws to get Chamberlain. And now an attempted pickoff down at second base as Maz gets back. But it was a very good throw from Sundberg in left, and then Michael Baca with the relay right on target to get Chamberlain. The throw arriving ahead of the slide. 1-1 pitch is hit a mile high, center field. Zach Collier waiting for it to come down, and it does, and the side is retired. So the Ducks come close but do not score in the bottom of the third. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 man left at the end of 3 complete at Fairfield Properties Ballpark. The score, Southern Maryland 4, Long Island 1.
Hey fan, this is pitcher Anderson De Leon, and you're listening to Duck Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Sayville Ford, the no-fees dealer, has been family-owned and operated for 65 years. Visit their spacious showroom to choose from a giant inventory of new, pre-owned, and commercial vehicles with a free 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty included. Some exclusions apply. Plus, they offer top dollar for trades, and their service department is open until 1 a.m. on weekdays. Sayville Ford, Long Island's Ford giant, is conveniently located off exit 50 on Sunrise Highway, or visit SayvilleFord.com for more information.
Morning, Dan. How was your weekend?
Oh, it was awesome. I took my family to a Ducks game and had a blast. The seats were great. We ate a ton of food, and the Ducks won. They even had amazing fireworks.
Oh, yeah. They got a good thing going on there. I took friends to Thirsty Thursday a couple weeks ago and had too much fun.
They should totally use us in one of their radio spots.
You mean like the one we're doing right now?
Sure, that works.
Ducks Baseball. Good times every time. Get tickets at liducks.com.
Back at Fairfield Properties Ballpark, David Weiss, Michael Pollock, Long Island Ducks, Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, Fan Appreciation Night with the final home game of the 2022 season for the Long Island Ducks. Time now for the Ducks Health Report, brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapists of the Long Island Ducks.
Well, the injury bug is something that has bit the Ducks in the second half of the season. Johnny Turbo, Brady Feigl, Sam Travis, Sandy Baez, Stephen Tarpley, and Ryan Meisinger. That's 4 pitchers, 2 position players, all out with season-ending injuries, and the majority of whom were important parts of this Ducks roster.
All right, time to turn the play-by-play reins over to my buddy, MP Michael Pollard.
Thanks so much, David Weiss. Chris Cepeda back to the mound for his 4th inning of work. He deals inside for ball 1 to Ryan Haug to begin. It's been a tough start of the game for Cepeda. 4 runs allowed, only 2 earned, though, but the only reason why 2 of those were earned was because of 2 errors that Cepeda committed himself on throws over to first base, the 1-0, and Haug nubs one foul up the first base line. 1-1. Cepeda has allowed 4 hits total. He has also walked 4 batters. His control has not been there throughout the night, has yet to strike out 1. So it's been a tough start for the righty, but the Ducks still in the game, trailing by just 3.
I don't know if we've got a wild bachelor party going on downstairs or what, but I just heard a Derek Jeter chant. Can somebody please explain that to me?
1-1 is fouled back. I don't know if it's because Ryan Haug's wearing number 2 at the plate. I can't think of any other reason as to why.
All right, you did figure it out, because maybe they think that is Jeter.
Maybe. There's a big crew of fans sitting down near the Blue Crabs dugout on the third base side that are making noise throughout the course of this game, bringing the energy on Fan Appreciation Night. 1-2 to Haug. Just missed the inside corner. Cepeda tried to paint the black and miss. The count even at 2-2.
Some of the guys down there who were chanting Jeter are listening to us because they just turned around. They're trying to signal to me what they're talking about. I don't want any part of them. If they start making their way up here, I'm going home.
All right, fair enough. I'll defend the booth.
Thank you.
2-2 from Cepeda to Haug. That's ripped to the left side, fielded on a hop by Romero. And his throw across the diamond in time for the out. For the first time tonight, Chris Cepeda retires the leadoff man.
One thing that I have always admired at the hot corner is the arm of a third baseman. I mean, I grew up with watching Celerino Sanchez of the New York Yankees, who couldn't really hit a lick, had no power, but he had a gun for an arm. I always thought, why didn't they make this guy a pitcher? He's throwing at 95 miles an hour over to first. Davidson Romero has quite an arm.
Well, I remember going out there and playing during a sponsored batting practice game once, and they either put me at third base or shortstop, and it did not go well in terms of me trying to reach first base as Michael Baca swings and misses for strike 1, so I always envy them. And that's one thing for Romero. He does not necessarily have the best range to his left and right, but if he gets the baseball, boy, he has one of the most strong and accurate arms of any third baseman in the Atlantic League.
Yeah, when he knows he has to gun it, he does.
0-1 to Baca with a sac fly to center his first time up. He takes downstairs here 1-1. His 6th sac fly of the year, 36th run batted in, came in the 2nd inning and scored Ryan Haug after Haug had reached on a fielder's choice and went from first to third on the throwing error. So it'll be a 1-ball, 1-strike pitch coming up from Cepeda. Gets the sign from Castro, kicks and fires, and this popped up in the air, foul off to the first base side. That'll reach the seats and out of play. So the count moves to 1-2.
Again with the double hook rule, if Chris Cepeda is taken out before finishing the 5th inning, the Ducks would lose their DH, who happens to be L.J. Mazzilli, who is 2 for 2 here tonight. So something the Ducks would rather not do.
Cepeda had 63 pitches right now, 33 of them for strikes. The 1-2 to Baca, and a slider misses down and away to even up the count at 2-2.
Mentioned Chris Cepeda, Port Jeff Station. His hometown, still lives there. Born on August the 12th. He is one of 2 Ducks born on that day. The other, Lou Ford.
Pretty good man to share your birthday with. A little bit different ages, though, between the 2 of them.
Different century, I think.
2-2, grounded past the mound towards the middle. Phil Caulfield, the second baseman, gets there and throws to first for the out. So back-to-back groundouts induced by Cepeda to begin the 4th inning. With 2 down, back to the top of the order for Jack Sundberg.
Remember, back in the 3rd inning, Chris Cepeda gave up a leadoff single to Jared Walker, and then nice double play turned from short to first off the bat of David Harris, but then Southern Maryland didn't give up with 2 out and nobody on. A single and then a triple added their 4th run. So right here, Chris Cepeda would like a nice tidy 1-2-3 inning for the first time.
He's yet to keep the Blue Crabs off the scoreboard, so we'll see if he can do that here. Up to the plate set Sundberg, who has walked twice. First pitch, and that's popped up foul. Third base side of home plate. That'll go back and out of play. 0-1. For Cepeda, this is his first start against the Blue Crabs this year. Everything he had before was in relief. 5 games worth, and won 1 of those, but gave up 6 runs in 6 2/3 innings combined on 4 hits and 5 walks while striking out 4. So has had trouble with his command against the Blue Crabs before. The 0-1. Sundberg hits a ground ball towards the right side. Jose Sermo will field it. And the race to the bag, he gets there just in time. And it's a 1-2-3, top of the 4th inning for Chris Cepeda. 3 groundouts induced by the righty as he retires the Blue Crabs in order. That means it's a PSEG Long Island energy efficient inning with energy efficiency programs from PSEG Long Island. Saving on your electric bill is also as easy as 1, 2, 3. Visit PSEGLINY.com/efficiency. It's just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Hey fans, this is Scott Harkin, right-handed pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSCG Long Island wants you to know how to save energy and money in your home. Did you know energy-efficient appliances can use up to 25% less energy? Here's how to save. PSCG Long Island offers money-saving rebates when you purchase Energy Star appliances. Discover how a little energy efficiency know-how can mean savings in your home. Find more energy efficiency tips, tools, and money-saving rebates at pscgliny.com/save money.
Want an awesome birthday without all the hassle? Book your Kona Ice birthday party with the Ducks today. 2 brand new packages are now available, including our exclusive game room suite. Along with enjoying an exciting Ducks game, your birthday child and his or her friends will have a blast playing video games on Nintendo Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation 4 in their very own private luxury suite. Plus, they'll be treated to food, beverages, snacks, and much more. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, the party of a lifetime.
Back at Fairfield Properties Ballpark, David Weiss and Michael Pollock. Ducks against the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs on the final home game of the 2022 season for the Ducks. Not too early to start thinking 2023. Have any questions about tickets or promotions or things that might be coming up next season? You can always check in at liducks.com. Or call 631-940-TIXX. That's 940-8499.
I'm certainly sure there will be a lot of exciting things happening in 2023, the Ducks' 23rd season in this Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. Sure, the league is in the process of working on a schedule for next year, and usually that tends to come out in the fall as Davidson Romero takes the first pitch for a strike and the count 0-1. So that's always an exciting day when the schedule gets announced and people can start bookmarking dates on the calendar. Thompson's 0-1. Romero hits a drive in the air to right. Moving in a few steps is Jared Walker to make the catch. Romero, who had an RBI single to left his first time up, retired for the first out.
One thing that I'm certainly looking forward to in the year 2023 is the continuing and escalating rivalry between the Ducks and the Staten Island Berry Hawks. I mean, it took a little while to warm up. Berry Hawks had a very rough first half, but became a much different team in the second half. Ducks and Berry Hawks playing, about 30 times this season?
34 meetings, and the last 3 coming up this weekend, and it'll decide the Battle of the Belt.
Battle of the Belt. There's an actual belt involved, and of course, Belt Parkway is also unfortunately involved.
First pitch here misses low for a ball. It's 1-0 on Jose Sermo. Yes, there has been a wrestling-style championship belt that has been created and will be awarded to whichever team wins the inaugural Battle of the Belt, and of course every subsequent season after. Swung on a missed here, 1-1. The question becomes, with 34 meetings, there is a chance, if the Ducks take 2 out of 3 this weekend, that the teams would split the Battle of the Belt.
It's been that competitive.
So if they do, where does the belt reside?
You put it at, Ocean Parkway, exit of the Belt Parkway. Just let it stay there.
Low here, 2-1. My thought was 3 days at Fairfield Properties Ballpark, 3 days at Staten Island University Hospital Community Ballpark, and alternating Sundays.
Or just take one travel day, because it'll take you a full day to get it from one park to another.
That's very possible. Skied high in the air down the left field line off the end of the Sermo's bat, and this will twist foul and out of play. And even up the count at 2-2 on the Ducks' first baseman, who grounded into a 3-6-1 inning-ending double play in the first. But the Ducks will be making the trek west to Staten Island tomorrow. A 7 o'clock start tomorrow night, 6 o'clock Saturday, 4 o'clock Sunday. If you're a Ducks season ticket holder, you can get into each of those games for free.
Yes.
Just show your season ticket holder ID card at the box office of Community Park, and you can get in to watch the game for free. 2-2 from Thompson. Sermo takes on the inside corner, a called strike 3. Good two-seam fastball there from Thompson. His second strikeout of the game. And there's the second out of the fourth.
Hey, it's a great ballpark, great view. Obviously, it's a rivalry between these two teams, and all kidding aside, it's not that far to get there. Remember, the Ducks geographically had Bridgeport. That involved the ferry, or you could drive all the way around. In this case, yes, there's the Ballpark Way and the Verrazano Bridge, but Staten Island well within reach for the Duck faithful to make it out there.
There's really two ways you can go. You can go Ballpark Way to the Verrazano, you can go BQE. I mean, it's really like pick your poison at that point as to which way you want to go. Swing and a miss here by Castro for strike 1. The kind of ironic thing is that it's the Battle of the Belt, but the teams can't take the Ballpark Way there because they go on a big coach bus. You have to go to the BQE.
Not allowed on the Ballpark Way.
So that's kind of the weird irony about that rivalry. The 0-1, Castro takes. This misses down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike, but certainly a terrific location right on the north shore of Staten Island, overlooking the New York Harbor and the Manhattan skyline. Thompson gets the sign from Haug. Here comes his 1-1 to Castro. Cut on and missed. Castro went down swinging in the second and now behind here at 1-2.
Well, Verrazano Bridge is where my wife began the New York City Marathon, which she ran in 1990.
Wow, impressive. I did not know that.
Yes. She did it in less than 5 hours.
Fouled back to the screen here. I'm not sure I would make it through 1 mile of that race before I collapse.
I would have trouble driving 26 miles without cracking up at the wheel, much less running 26
You might
miles.
make it the 26 miles faster running than you would driving with New York City traffic.
And I had to stay ahead of her. When she ran the marathon, I was trying to stay ahead of her at different checkpoints, and that was, I think, more nerve-wracking than her running it.
Slider here misses outside.
That was before the days of GPS. I mean, I was just trying to figure it out myself.
Probably more expensive, too, with all the tolls for the bridges and everything like that.
It's true, but that was an exciting November day 32 years ago.
2-2 from Thompson. Castro fouls one off to the first base side. Try to pull a pitch over the outer half of the plate. Castro has had a good series coming into tonight. 4 for 8 for the Ducks, with a double, a run scored, and a walk, though he was caught stealing twice between the first 2 games of this 3-game set. Started the opener in right field. Yesterday is the DH, and tonight is the catcher. 2-2. High fly ball in the air to center. Zach Collier moving in and to his left. Camps under it. He'll make the catch. For the second time tonight, Darryl Thompson retires the Ducks in order. We have played 4 innings tonight in the final home game of the season for the Ducks. It is Southern Maryland 4 and Long Island 1.
Hey fans, this is Scott Harkin, right-handed pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Planning your next party or looking for a caterer that will handle all of your needs? Hidden Gem Cafe's got you covered. From setup to service to cleanup and amazing food that is sure to be talked about, they can do it all without breaking the bank. Hidden Gem knows that each event is unique and strives to design a specialized menu for each event. Call the Hidden Gem Cafe for your next party at 631-390-5912. And be sure to follow them on social media too at the Hidden Gem Cafe for ideas and information.
Hey kids, are you looking for even more fun when you come out to a Long Island Ducks game? Then be sure to head on over to the Ducks Fun Zone. It's located on the main concourse down the right field line. There you'll find 3 fun-filled inflatables, including the Duck Tail Slide, the Bounce House, and an obstacle course. Enjoy unlimited access to all 3 inflatables for just $5 every game. That's the Long Island Ducks Fun Zone, open during all home games at Fairfield Properties Ballpark.
Morning, Dan. How was your weekend?
Oh, it was awesome. I took my family to a Ducks game and had a blast. The seats were great. We ate a ton of food, and the Ducks won. They even had amazing fireworks.
Oh, yeah, they got a good thing going on there. I took friends to Thirsty Thursday a couple weeks ago and had too much fun.
They should totally use us in one of their radio spots.
You mean like the one we're doing right now?
Sure, that works.
Ducks Baseball. Good times every time. Get tickets at liducks.com.
Ducks trailing the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 4-1 as we go to the top of the fifth here at Fairfield Properties Ballpark, and it's time for fifth inning trivia, testing your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks and baseball in general. And I believe Michael Pollack has a brain buster for us tonight.
Well, I do. It's not Ducks related, but it is Southern Maryland related.
Okay.
The Blue Crabs are 82-45 on the season, which has tied their record for their winningest season. The most wins they've had in a single season in franchise history. They've already guaranteed themselves their highest winning percentage in franchise history. So our question to you, in which year did the Blue Crabs previously win 82 games?
Oh, okay, good one.
So that's the question. We'll let you think about it. We will give you the answer in the bottom of this fifth inning. Michael Wolanski leads off and takes low from Chris Cepeda for ball number 1.
I'm wondering if it's one of those years, and there were several, where the Ducks faced Southern Maryland in the playoffs.
That's possible.
Possible.
I'm not going to
no hints?
Divulge.
Okay.
But it is possible. They did face each other 3 straight years from 2011 to 2013. Wolanski here gets into one to left center. Back goes Woodcock, and he makes the catch as he bangs up against the wall.
Nice catch.
Woodcock had a long way to go to track down that deep fly ball off the bat of Wolanski, but he does indeed pick it up. 0 for 2 with a walk now is Wolanski, and there's one away in the fifth.
We have seen Woodcock do that in center, in right, and in left. He has played a very good outfield all season long.
We'll take a look at some of the out-of-town scores as well and let you know what's going on around the Atlantic League. First, we'll talk about the batting race. Again, De Aza is currently leading the league in batting. Tonight for the Ducks, he is 0 for 1 with a walk. His batting average is now at .344, and it is 8 points clear of Lancaster's Andretti Cordero, who is 1 for 2 tonight for the Barnstormers and is hitting .336. He's about to come up to the plate for Lancaster, who leads 6-2 at home against the York Revolution. Home runs tonight for the Barnstormers from Sean Dunston Jr., his 3rd, Anderson Feliz, his 7th, and Melvin Mercedes, his 12th. Nelly Rodriguez has hit his 26th home run of the season for the York Revolution. 1-0 here to Jared Walker, and he takes a breaking ball at the belt over the outer half of the plate. It's 1-1. The High Point Rockers still trying to clinch that wild card. Their magic number is 1 to clinch it, but right now they're tied at home, 3-3 with the Gastonia Honey Hunters, top half of the fifth inning. The 1-1 from Cepeda, and he misses down and away for ball 2. Xander Wheelis hit his 31st home run of the season for the Rockers. 3 different Honey Hunters have driven in a run. Walker tonight 1 for 2, a fly out to center and a single to right. The 2-1 from Cepeda is outside again, 3-1. If the Rockers don't get a win, they could still get in if the Wild Health Genomes lose to the Staten Island Ferry Hawks, but the Genomes have a commanding 8-0 lead in the bottom half of the 3rd inning in Staten Island. No homers in the game, but 3 RBIs from Johns and 2 from Dueñez leading the Genomes offense tonight. Breaking ball here, swung on and missed. Good pitch diving down and in. And so that'll run the count full at 3-2. And meanwhile, the Lexington Legends hosting the Charleston Dirty Birds. That game is tied at 2, top half of the 6th inning. Phillip Ervin, his 17th home run of this season for the Legends in that ballgame. Payoff pitch coming up here from Cepeda to Walker. And the pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3. There's the first strikeout of the night for Chris Cepeda as he gets Walker to chase down in the zone. So he has now retired the last 6 hitters he has faced, Cepeda has, since the RBI triple by Collier.
So you mentioned Southern Maryland starts their playoff journey against Lancaster. Our buddy Dave Collins got quite a shower in the locker room.
I saw that.
Did you see that on Facebook?
I
That was
did.
wonderful. If anybody deserves that, Dave Collins does. He's a wonderful guy, great broadcaster. He's been at this a long time, does every single game by himself for the Lancaster Barnstormers. And he celebrated in that locker room. They chanted his name. He walks in, and they just buried him. He just drowned in the bubbly. It was great to see that.
He loves that team. He loves being the voice of the team, loves getting to develop good friendships with all the players every single season. So congratulations to him, and best of luck as the Barnstormers take on these Blue Crabs in the first round. Pitch misses down and away here, 1-1. Congratulations, of course, going to the Blue Crabs, who won the first half title in the North Division, and to the Gastonia Honey Hunters, who completed the double first and second half champions in the South Division. Former Ducks pitching coach Goose Gazzo, although he never actually served a game as the pitching coach, was hired as the Ducks pitching coach before 2020. Then, of course, the season canceled due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but has now managed the Honey Hunters in their first 2 seasons. Last year, a bit of an up and down year for them, but this year, boy, they have been the class of the Atlantic League and will face either the Rockers or the Genomes in the South Division Championship Series.
I tell you, you're going to have 4 very good teams in the playoffs. I think it's up for grabs.
I really do think it's up for grabs. I don't think one team is far and away better than any other.
No.
The 1-2 from Cepeda, and Harris hits a ground ball to third, backing up Romero, sets the long throw, and a good stretch by Sermo in time for the out. So back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for Chris Cepeda. He has now retired 7 in a row and seems to have settled down since the Rocky start. We're halfway through here in the rubber game of this 3-game series. The Blue Crabs 4 and the Ducks 1.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Dustin Woodcock, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Millennium Container Service is fulfilling the needs of businesses and homes across Long Island. They provide waste and recycling services plus a variety of dumpster rental options for any project. Millennium Container Service offers convenient, on-time deliveries and pickups, as well as daily, weekly, and monthly commercial service. Need a quote? Call 516-826-5544 or visit millenniumcontainer.com. Millennium Container Service. Keep your home and business clean. Has drinking or substance abuse taken over your life? You are not alone, and recovery is possible. At FCA, our caring team members will work with you to identify a recovery plan that meets your needs. We have virtual and in-person services ranging from treatment to recovery, from prevention to crisis support. Go to our website, fcali.org or thriveli.org for more information and to start your recovery journey today.
All right, we're back. David Weiss, Michael Pollock, Fairfield Properties Ballpark. Ducks trailing the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 4-1 going to the bottom of the 5th, and we got some trivia business to clean up right now.
So trivia for tonight. I'm going to get you our trivia answer first, and then I'm going to call shenanigans on a couple people.
Oh, gosh.
So let's get the answer first and your guess. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, 82 wins, 45 losses this year. They've already guaranteed that they will have their best winning percentage in franchise history. But our question is, in which other season did the Blue Crabs win 82 games, which has served as their franchise record to this point? They obviously have tonight and 4 other games to try and break that mark. First pitch here is fouled off by Frias for strike 1.
Stab in the dark. 2017.
It is not 2017.
All right.
I don't believe they made the playoffs that year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they all kind of meld together to me.
The
So.
Ducks played the Patriots. I'm trying to remember Sugarland, who they played in the South Division Championship Series, or the Freedom Division Championship Series that year, but it's escaping me. I want to say it was the Barnstormers, but I could be wrong. The 0-1, and that's taken for a strike. 0-2 on Frias, who has walked and singled tonight. The correct answer was also not one of the years you thought that the Ducks took to take on the Blue Crabs in the playoffs, which was, of course, last year, and then 2009, 11, 12, and 13. It was none of those years. The correct answer was 2010.
10? Wow, way back.
The Blue Crabs were 82-57 that year, a .590 winning percentage, made the postseason, but lost to the Bridgeport Bluefish in the first round of the postseason. Bridgeport then ended up losing to York in the championship series. Frias has his second hit of the night. He's on board for the 3rd time in this game. A single. My apologies. I was looking at the wrong player. Still looking at the Blue Crabs side. Frias had popped to short his first time up. He singles to right his first hit. E on the broadcaster. And the Ducks have the leadoff man aboard.
That's all right. You're just doing that because you feel sorry for me. I lead the league in broadcast errors.
It happens. It happens to the best of us.
Anyway, so 2010. That's interesting.
Yes.
Because that goes way back to the Blue Crab. For the
yeah, that was only their 3rd
yeah.
season.
Right.
3rd season of play. They started in 2008. The other thing that I have to bring up is the absolute ridiculousness that took place in this press box during last night's trivia.
Okay.
First pitch swinging here, Dustin Woodcock pops one up in the air to left. Shallow, long run in for Sundberg, but he gets there to make the catch, and Woodcock retired for the 2nd time tonight. So last night I had asked Su-Wei Lin, who had 2 home runs on Tuesday night. It was his first multi-home run game since 2019 with AAA Pawtucket. Who did he hit it off of? They hit both the home runs were against the same pitcher, and he pitched with Charleston earlier this year in the Atlantic League. The answer was Jordan Stevens.
Okay.
Mike Moore and Howard Kaplan, our two colleagues here in the press box, took forever to make a guess. Mike was looking up the answer, as is his usual self, on the internet. And eventually, after I announced the answer, they both tried to tell me what the answer was, as if to say that, oh, they got the answer before I even said it.
Oh, come on.
But not only did they do that, Howard got his daughter, Alyssa, who was working the Mets game, involved in this and giving the trivia answer as if she already knew the answer well after I divulged what the answer was. Chamberlain smacks one a second. Wolanski goes to short for one on the first double play.
Well, we'll have to talk more about this
in
our next half inning. But in how many ways is this wrong? I am absolutely flabbergasted by this.
It was all sorts of shenanigans that you just don't want to see down the stretch of the season. And I wanted to give them as much props as I could for the work that they have done this year, especially on trivia. But that is just something that you just don't like to see. So, no runs a hit, nobody left for the Ducks. We go to the sixth. It's 4-1 Blue Crabs.
Hey fans, this is pitcher James Varela, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Prato. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Fairfield Properties Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Your source for everything Ducks is liducks.com. The official website of the Long Island Ducks is the best place to stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team. Purchase tickets to the game, see the full promotional schedule, visit the online store, read the latest news stories, and watch every game live right on the homepage. The site offers an optimal browsing experience on either your computer or mobile device. liducks.com, the official website of the Long Island Ducks, your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball.
David Weiss and Michael Pollack back at Fairfield Properties Ballpark. Long Island Ducks, Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Each team has won a game in this three-game home season-ending series. 3 games left for the Ducks at Staten Island. However, this is the final home game of the 2022 campaign, and the Ducks find themselves trailing 4-1 going to the top of the 6th.
Well, Chris Cepeda has looked good over the last 2 innings after the Rockies' start to this game. 4 runs combined over the first 3 innings, 2 perfect innings to follow. Joe DeLuca first pitch swinging, slices one down the left field line. Long run for Woodcock. He won't get there, and it lands fair, a base hit. DeLuca around first, digging for second. The throw in is not in time. And on the first pitch of the 6th, Joe DeLuca has a leadoff double. And now I can say that he's been aboard all 3 times tonight and has his second hit of the game.
So good old Howie Kaplan, who you said up to a lot of shenanigans, even his daughter involved in the trivia mess that was last night. But we got to thank him for all the goodies he's been bringing us. Cannolis tonight, some donuts, other assorted snacks.
All things that I don't need, but I will gladly take.
Save time, just scotch tape them to your stomach. I mean, this is incredible. I mean, we thank Howie so much.
Fudge-dipped devil dogs, but he is committed to sin.
Why?
I'll tell you after the first pitch to Zach Collier.
Go ahead.
Low and outside, ball 1. He brought Drake's apple fruit pies.
All right.
And if there's one thing I cannot stand is fruit in my pastries, with 2 exceptions, bananas or pineapple. Other than that, keep your fruit out of my pastries.
Doesn't he keep notes on what you like?
You would think.
You would think. For anybody who follows Michael Pollack on Facebook, there are very few foods you do not ingest.
The 1-0.
You'll eat anything.
I wouldn't say anything, but I do eat a wide variety of stuff. But I am a lot more picky than you would think for somebody who is a world-renowned foodie.
Yeah, you are a foodie, no doubt.
So There are things that I crave and that I am steadfast on having frequently. But I wouldn't say I eat basically anything. There are a lot of things I stay away from, don't eat, etc. And that's why I wouldn't be a good food critic.
Gosh. Just good luck to Katie. I mean, she had to take a lot of notes before you got married as to what you like, what you don't like. Oh, my gosh.
She really did. And I kind of feel like at times she regrets that. But, you know, it is what it is.
She regrets the whole thing at this point.
Probably. I wouldn't blame her. 1-ball, 2-strike pitch coming up. It's hit on the ground towards short. Backhanded by Frias, ranging to his right. The jump pass to first, and he got him. Heck of a play by Vladimir Frias and a terrific stretch at first by Jose Sermo as the Ducks record the first out of the inning.
Nicely done. Very good play by Frias. Not quite a Derek Jeter jump and throw, but something along those lines.
Not an easy play with Zach Collier running with the speed that he has either, so he had to get rid of it quickly. He knew it, but did get rid of it and made the accurate throw. That's the most important thing. So runner at second with 1 out here. Here's Santiago Chirino to the plate. And the pitch is taken low and inside for a ball 1-0. And one thing I'm most upset about, going back to our trivia conversation, is you guys weren't even listening over there when I was blowing them up for all of the things they were doing last night. So they completely missed our entire conversation. That's the respect we had last game of the season. Do you believe that, David?
I do not believe that. I'm disgusted by the whole affair.
I'm just simply disappointed. The 1-0 is low and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Chirino a single to left in the second, a fly out to right in the third.
See, with Michael Moore, I've never respected him, so it doesn't matter. But for Howie, that's what's really bugging me here, you know? I used to think highly of him, but no more.
I think he's just distracted with his own pastries.
He is.
The 2-0. There's a fastball on the outside corner for a strike. 2-1. What would our final broadcast be without a comedy hour?
Absolutely. This is, the game kind of gets in the way, our comedic presentation here. I don't know how he gets those small cannolis. They are just delicious, though.
He got them from some bakery in East Northport the other day. I saw that.
Really good stuff.
Chopper here on the ground, foul, third base side. Yes, I am.
I mean, you've got the fake cannolis where they put whipped cream in it or something. You need the sweet ricotta cheese. That's what you need in a cannoli. And you put some chocolate chips in, that's fine. The shell has to be crunchy. I mean, there are a lot of ways to screw up a good cannoli.
It's got to have powdered sugar on it.
Powdered sugar as well.
Wouldn't be upset if it was chocolate covered either, the shell.
That's not bad, but I am salivating just thinking about this.
Popped up in the air here along the first base line. Jose Sermo crosses into foul ground. He'll make the catch. So good job by Cepeda here. He's gotten back-to-back outs since the leadoff double by DeLuca. And with 2 outs, that'll leave it up to Ryan Howe. Now, there is a place that I have visited multiple times up in Boston. Hate the teams in the city, love the city itself. And one of my favorite spots to visit when I go there is Mike's Pastry Shop in the North End.
Okay, it's not in Faneuil Hall, though, so
it's not in Faneuil Hall, but they have plenty of great stuff there, so definitely make a visit there.
Yeah, I lived there for years. I went to school up there. So it's a place on the North End?
In the North End, yes. Right. It's kind of like in the Little Italy section of Boston. Mike's Pastry Shop, it's called. First pitch here to Ryan Haug is taken inside for ball 1, but they have a litany of different cannolis, Oreo cannolis. I think they have pistachio cannolis.
Good stuff.
I've seen Nutella. I've seen Florentine style. Just a plethora. So when I've gone up there, including this past summer for my best friend's bachelor party, we had to bring home a whole case of them to enjoy them as much as we could. So they were gone naturally in about 24 hours.
Of course, somebody devoured them very quickly.
Yeah, by somebody I mean me. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But they have other great stuff there, too. They have Boston cream pie. You can't go to Boston without getting a Boston cream pie or Boston cream cake. Lobster tails, but not like actual lobster, pastry lobster tails.
Pastry lobster tails?
It's basically like a dough that is in the shape of a tail and it's filled with cream. Almost like a cream puff, but in the shape of a big, long triangle tail.
I have, for the most part, become vegan. All of this is killing me. It's killing me here. You're killing me, Smalls.
Listen, you becoming vegan, that was the mistake.
I didn't have much choice in the matter.
But look at you and look at me, and there's your answer right there.
I married an Italian. I'm afraid of her. What do you want from me, all right? She said, you're vegan, I'm vegan. That's it.
2-1 to Ryan Haug. Had it scooped out of the dirt. on the backhand by Castro as Cepeda misses low. You have to figure this is probably Cepeda's final inning. He's now at 93 pitches for the night, 51 of them for strikes. But trying to finish strong here with 3 straight scoreless innings, keeping this game at 4-1. Unfortunately for the Ducks, Darrell Thompson has kept Long Island's offense off the scoreboard over the last 4 innings after a good start to the game for the Ducks. Each team with 5 hits. The Ducks have committed the only 2 errors of the game, both by Cepeda. Now a good hitters count here for Hauge, 3-1 with Michael Baca waiting on deck. Here comes the pitch, and Hauge takes inside and it hits him on the arm. Castro is trying to say that he stuck his arm out in front of the plate.
Yeah.
And in an argument here with home plate umpire Silvio Martinez about it. So Hauge will be hit by the pitch. And Silvio Martinez continuing to talk with Carlos Castro about that, as Castro believes that Hauge put his arm out over the plate and got hit on purpose.
It's an unusual debate between home plate umpire Silvio Martinez and Carlos Castro, because Martinez seemed to be the more animated of the two, trying to make his point.
They're still talking about it,
Yeah.
almost nose to nose by home plate. It doesn't seem to be animated in terms of anger, but just discussing what happened on the play.
Yeah, Carlos Castro is quite obviously motioning, doing a little pantomime with his left elbow, saying he stuck that elbow out, should not be allowed to take first base.
Well, certainly didn't look like what Michael Conforto did that one time in a Met game, or what they said Anthony Rizzo did in the Yankee game earlier this season, but either way was a hit by pitch for Ryan Hauge. That is the league-leading 29th time he has been hit by a pitch this year.
He stands right up on the plate and does not give an inch.
So here's Baca with 2 on and 2 out. First pitch swinging, drives one to right. Matt Chamberlain racing over towards the line, and on the run, he'll track it down for the final out of the inning. Chamberlain had a long way to go to get to it, but he makes the running catch. For Chris Cepeda, his 3rd consecutive scoreless inning. So 6 innings of 4-run ball, only 2 runs earned tonight for Cepeda. If that's all for him, it's technically a quality start. No runs a hit. The Blue Crabs leave 2, and after 5.5 innings, it's Southern Maryland 4 and Long Island 1.
Hey fans, this is catcher Joe DiCarlo, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
This is it. Check it out. See what everyone's talking about. Let Nicolak pave your way.
Bring your outdoor living dreams to life. Visit Nicolak's Outdoor Design Center at 200 Henry Street in Lindenhurst and see thousands of square feet of pavers, retaining walls, fire pits, and outdoor living accents on display. Only Nicolak paving stones are made with Paver Shield technology for more vibrant color options than anyone else. Visit Nicolak.com to request a free sample or their Outdoor Design Center at 200 Henry Street in Lindenhurst. Nicolak. Ask for it by name. You'll see the difference. Visit Nicolak.com. That's Nicolak.com.
Let Nicolak Pavers pave your way. Pave your way.
At Fairfield Properties Ballpark, Long Island Ducks, Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Kind of feels like the last day of camp before heading back to school. You see all the familiar faces throughout the spring, the summer, leading into the fall, which is just around the corner. It feels like an autumn day. There'll be hugs on the way out here tonight. Some tears shed, a lot of smiles. The season ends tonight for the Long Island Ducks as far as this ballpark is concerned, with no playoffs on tap this year. But it has been a memorable season nonetheless. Lots of highlights, and of course the Ducks, just the greatest show in town.
And of course the Ducks having made the postseason 6 straight years prior to this, the championship series each of the last 5 seasons they've played. You get almost used to it. You get almost used to this time of year. Okay, you know, it's the last home game of the season, but we've got playoffs to look forward to. So you're never really wrapping up the book at this point. But this is not going to be the case for the Ducks this year. They wrap up their home schedule tonight. They head to Staten Island for 3, and then their season officially comes to a close. And certainly I think it'll start to hit many of us when we're in this ballpark next week and looking around and not preparing for a game, not putting together, at least on my end, stat packs, game notes, rosters, transactions, all that stuff, and not preparing for a broadcast. The 1-0, Caulfield pops it up in the air near home plate. Going back, Ryan Haug, and on the grass he'll make the catch for the first out here in the 6th.
I think the one thing that means playoffs to me more than any other, it's the decor, the red, white, and blue bunting that hangs from the second deck, hangs on down. That means playoffs. And you see that, of course, on the major league level, but you see it on the minor league level as well. And there is that special feeling when you know that you are playing for a title, whether it's the first round or the championship round. And that's what we'll miss, but boy, you can almost guarantee we'll be back next year.
LJ Mazzilli swings first pitch. It's fouled off for strike one. I've talked about this all week, but these last several games, really auditions for many of these players. It's their last chance to prove to the Ducks coaching staff in the front office why they should be here next year, why they should get an opportunity to come back and play for this team, assuming they don't get signed by another club at the major league level. Mazzilli, a ground ball through the left side, a base hit. LJ Mazzilli with his third hit of the game as he smokes one between third and short. So 2 singles sandwiched around a double for Mazzilli. He's 3 for 3 with a run scored. The Ducks get a 1-out base runner. So ultimately, Wally Backman said going into this series, into this final week, that he wants to see his players hustling. He wants to see them playing hard. He understands the games don't have meaning in terms of a postseason berth, but they certainly have meaning to these players and to the Ducks coaching staff. So important for these players over the final week of the season to battle out every single out of the game. Here is De Aza from the left side. Darrell Thompson's first pitch is taken away for ball 1. Thompson drew a walk in the first inning, made it to third, but was stranded there, and then flat out to center field in the third. So he is 0 for 1 with the walk. His batting average at .344. And Giretti Cordero of the Barnstormers 1 for 3 on the night. He's at .336. So a separation of 8 points right now in the league batting race. It is skied in the air down the left field line. A long run back for Chirino. And I'll watch this go about 4 rows back into the seats down the left field line. That'll even up the count at 1-1. Crowd of 3,569 here tonight for the final game of the regular season at home for the Flock. So the Ducks continue to add to their total, leading the Atlantic League for total attendance and average attendance for the season. 1-1. De Aza, a line drive caught at third base. The throw back to first is not in time.
Wow.
So Alejandro De Aza robbed of a base hit by Chirino at third. Back to first goes LJ Mazzilli, runner at first with 2 down. That'll bring up Davidson Romero.
So I've got my 2 very good friends here, Doug and Trish Jansen. He is the golf guru. She is a wonderful wife. I had no idea why she married this guy. But anyway, it's nice to have them here. Enjoying the game, Doug?
Yes, it's a pleasure being here. What nice view you have here.
Well, we have a terrific view here.
Without
Trish,
question.
great to see you.
Oh, great. Thank you so much for inviting us, David. We love it. We're really enjoying it.
Love having you here. My bestie daughter, Lexi, who is a good friend of my daughter, Rachel. They went to school together.
Very nice. Grounded to the left side and through past the diamond try of Baca. A base hit for Davidson Romero. His second hit of the night. And the Ducks with their second hit of the inning off Thompson have runners at first and second with 2 down for Jose Sermo.
It's amazing, though, just how the weather changed. And Doug, who's done such a terrific job at Brentwood Country Club for so many years, and record-breaking numbers this year with rounds of golf being played, people just getting out there, you know, COVID in the rearview mirror, hopefully, and everybody just getting out there. But when the fall begins, that's my favorite time of year to play golf, because my balls go under, golf balls, go underneath the leaves, and I lose about a dozen per round.
Oh, my.
Yeah, so, because
well, I heard apparently it's been very challenging for you watching him get back onto the golf course this year and trying to make sure that he's doing all the right things after so much time off.
Yeah, I had 3 years off, and Doug took me back under his wing, and he looked at me and just. There's this nausea that comes over him when he sees me walk into.
It would be even worse, trust me, if he saw me try to swing a golf club.
I don't want to think about it.
Sermo swings first pitch, pops it in the air down the left field line. A long run back for everybody, but it's going to go foul into the seats and out of play.
Wait, here's the thing. I've talked about Doug often on this broadcast. It's one thing to be great at one sport, golf. He was also a championship bowler. So, although he hasn't bowled in a while, I mean, you're talking about two sports. I want to not stink at one sport. He's great at two sports.
I certainly wouldn't consider myself great at bowling, but I could certainly hold my own in bowling. I'd have no chance at golf.
Well, what's hold your own? What, 150?
Yeah, I'd say I could be somewhere in the 130 to 160 range. I used to bowl in a league when I was younger. I think my high was somewhere around like 211 or something like that.
That's fine. Well, Doug has 150 in the fifth frame. I mean, what's the matter with you?
What's the matter with me? Listen, I'm not a championship bowler. There's a difference between champion and average.
Well, that's what I'm just saying. Doug, I like Doug against my will because he's so good at everything.
That's impressive. Sermo off the end of the bat, pops one up in a left field. Easy for Jack Sundberg. Moves in to make the catch, and Darrell Thompson with his fifth consecutive scoreless inning after he allowed a run in the first. So no runs for the Ducks, 2 hits and 2 men left. We have played 6 here in the rubber game of this 3-game set. It's the Blue Crabs leading the Ducks by the count of 4-1.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Joe Iorio, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
When we see Long Island, we see you. Because at Catholic Health, we know that it's your remarkable lives that breathe life into our island. So at every Catholic Health hospital, practice, and care facility, we're able to provide the highest quality, most innovative care for your body, because our culture cherishes your humanity. Long live Long Island.
Take your group out to the game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nickolock Dream Team, or put on a pregame performance. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks baseball. Good times every time.
Well, we move to inning number 7. It's Blue Crabs 4, Ducks 1. Chris Cepeda going to head back out to the mound for another inning of work. The right-hander has thrown 95 pitches to this point, 52 for strikes, but it's going to give the Ducks at least starting another inning. But the Long Island native has turned in what to this point has ended up becoming a quality start. Only 2 earned runs allowed in 6 innings, but has allowed 4 runs total. 5 hits, 4 walks, has struck out just 1. But 3 consecutive scoreless innings after the rough start for the righty.
I'll tell you, Wally Backman showing confidence in Cepeda to work his way through the early troubles and has done very well. I mean, this is the kind of start that gives you confidence leading into the next game or next start, or in this case, even next season. It's a job well done by Cepeda tonight.
This will be his final start of the year, and we'll see if he comes out of the bullpen at all in Staten Island, but this will be his final start of the year. Jack Sundberg to lead things off here in the 7th, and takes the first pitch just outside for ball 1. Ducks electing to start Chris Pike, the knuckleballer, tomorrow in the series opener. He did pitch in relief in last night's game and tossed a scoreless inning. 1-0 from the right-hander. Now this is fouled off to the third base side to even up the count. James Varela will start Saturday night's ball game, and then the series and season finale the ball will be given to Joe Iorio. Ferry Hawks have yet to announce their 3 starters for this weekend series. 1-1 from Cepeda to Sundberg. Kicking the pitch is swung on in line in a center. De Aza drifting back on it will make the catch. And there is out number 1. Sundberg now 0 for 2 with 2 walks and a run scored tonight.
That one hit right at De Aza, just a couple of steps back.
Number 12,
We've seen even on the major league level, anything hit right at you as a center fielder is maybe the hardest thing to handle. Very tough to judge in terms of the spin on the ball. Is it going to die on you? Is it going to carry on you? So the odds are among the best center field that you're going to find in the Atlantic League.
First pitch to Michael Wolanski is taken for a strike. Tough to judge unless you're Aaron Judge, am I right?
Good point. Good point. 57 homers. You assume he's going to break it.
And that's going to be interesting to watch down the stretch, whether or not he can get to the 61 that Roger Maris hit for the American League record.
Well, to me, it is the major league record. Right. Don't give me Bonds. Don't give me McGuire. Don't give me Sosa. Don't give me the cheaters. It's Maris. And I've gotten into something of a Twitter war with some knucklehead who says, well, Maris was on greenies. There's been no proof of that. Oh, everybody was doing amphetamines back then. Oh, come on. Back off.
The 1-1 is low and inside 2-1. The question becomes, then is your counter argument to that, and I'm not saying I agree with this, everybody was doing steroids when McGuire and Sosa and Bonds were all doing it.
Well, you're saying the pitchers are doing it, so it was an even playing field? I don't know.
I'm not saying it. I'm just playing devil's advocate. Line into right here by Wolanski for a base hit. Chamberlain fields on a hop and fires it back in. First hit of the night for Wolanski. He's now 1 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. And for the Blue Crabs, their 6th hit of the ball game.
I just remember back in the early 2000s, there was a certain Long Island Duck, I won't mention who he is, who knew a lot of major leaguers. He had never made it to the majors himself. But we went out to lunch one day and I said, what do you think the percentage is? Based on what you know, what percentage of major league ball players are doing something? And he said 90%. And he was convinced. He says, almost no one is playing in honest at this point. And that was the early 2000s, and obviously it was a problem.
Yep. So that's always been the counter argument to the Roger Maris home run leader argument, but you can believe what you will. Either way, the one thing that is a fact is Maris's home run total is the American League record. So
it is true.
We'll see.
Then you got the argument of 154 games versus 162, but Maris did it in 162 games.
Correct.
His final home run came on the final game of that season.
That's right. Here comes the 0-1 from Cepeda to Walker. Curveball on the inside corner for a strike, 0-2. And I think the bigger thing that you want to debate is who the AL MVP is if you want to talk Judge or Ohtani. But if you ask me, one guy is doing all this in the biggest media market in the country and in the world. And for a team that right now looks like they're bound for the postseason, the other's doing it for a team that, for I think it's now a 6th or 7th consecutive season, has a losing record.
Yeah. Almost an anonymity.
Yep. And they do play in a big market in L.A., but they are certainly second fiddle to the Dodgers out there, are the Angels.
And they're not playing in pressure-packed games to any degree. But what you're seeing with Ohtani, you haven't seen it in 100 years. I mean, it's Ruthian, obviously. And if I had a vote, I would still vote for Judge. I mean, as much as I dislike the Yankees and love the Mets, but how do you vote against Aaron Judge with the seasons he's had?
One of the best offensive seasons for sure. 1-2. That's taken outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Walker, who's 1 for 3 with a single tonight. But without question, New York baseball fans, even though they won't get a chance to see the Ducks play the playoffs this year, it appears like they will certainly be seeing the Yankees and the Mets playing postseason baseball, and we'll see if those two eventually end up in the Subway Series of the World Series against each other. Down in the dirt, blocked by Castro. Keeps the runner at first, Wolanski. But now the count full 3-2 on the Blue Crabs right fielder.
Well, I'm going to the Met game this Saturday night. It's a birthday gift from my daughter Rachel, so I'm going with Rachel, her fiance, her fiance's parents. We're all going to Mets against Pirates this Saturday night.
That's right. You've got a busy offseason of wedding planning to come up.
Yeah, the wedding's over a year away. It's next October, but as you know, because you went through this, it takes a year to plan everything.
It does. You want to get all the big pieces done first, that's for sure. Payoff pitch. That's rocketed towards the right side off the glove of a leaping Caulfield into right field for a base hit. So Wolanski will go to second. Walker reaches on his second hit of the night. Good effort by Caulfield to try and snare that, but just out of his reach. And Southern Maryland threatening here in the 7th.
Man, did Walker really smoke that one. And Caulfield gave it a jump, but came up empty. Gave it a very good try there, right off the top of his mitt. Phil Caulfield happens to be 5'8". He's 6 feet tall. Balls in his mitts. Yeah, he's got it.
Yeah. Well, there is action for the Ducks in their bullpen down the right field line. I think the Ducks trying to get as much as they can out of Cepeda here this evening, knowing that they've got Pike on the mound tomorrow, Varela on Saturday. Just trying to have as much of a rested bullpen as possible before the series against the Ferry Hawks. First pitch here is taken on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. And Cepeda now up at 109 pitches for the game, which is his season high, 60 of them for strikes.
Skipper Wally Backman riding Cepeda all the way to this point.
Harris swings late on the 0-1 and fouls it off to the first base side. And so the Ducks right-hander gets ahead of the Blue Crabs designated hitter, 0-2 early.
I have put on my windbreaker here in the booth.
I see that.
Nippy.
I was thinking about putting my jacket on. I'm holding off for the time being. I'm not there yet, but certainly has started to feel a lot more like fall.
No doubt.
I just love the zero humidity. That's the best part.
And not much of a breeze at all here tonight. It's just a chill in the air.
Shot to the left side past Romero. There's a base hit. Around third, Wolanski. He will come home. The throw to the plate by Woodcock is not in time. And both runners end up moving up on the throw. So it's an RBI single for David Harris. And the Blue Crabs now lead it 5-1.
Boy, what a throw from Dustin Woodcock. Now he overthrew the cutoff man. That's the negative part of that, but on a fly all the way into the mid of Carlos Castro, and the play was closer than I think anyone thought it might be with that throw from Woodcock, who's got a terrific arm. But an important fifth run, and I think that will do it, as skipper Wally Backman already signaling to the bullpen.
Wally Backman and the Ducks try to get Cepeda through the seventh, but after recording the first out, 3 consecutive singles by Wolanski, Walker, and Harris. And that'll be the end of Cepeda's night. In his final start for his hometown team this year, he'll make his way back to the first base dugout. A nice hand from some of the fans here at the Duck Pond. And we'll get our first pitching change of the night. The Blue Crabs lead it by 4 as we play here in the top half of inning number 7.
Hey fans, this is manager Wally Backman, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
The other day, my husband, Jason, was searching for something to watch on TV, and he said, "Baby, I want to take off." And I said, "Me too. Cancun?" And he said, "No, I mean our life. Get to the next level." So we called First National Bank of Long Island. Now we're going places.
With access to local decision makers who are known for highly personalized service, First National is the bank that always puts you first. Newsweek named us the best small bank in New York State. Let's connect at fnbli.com. First National. Go first. Go far. First National Bank of Long Island, member FDIC.
Take your group out to the game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nickolock Dream Team, or put on a pregame performance. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks baseball. Good times every time.
Well, we got a pitching change for the Long Island Ducks. Chris Cepeda has left with 1 out here in the top of inning number 7. New pitcher for the Long Island Ducks, the 6-foot right-hander from Bethel, Connecticut, Chaz Sywin. Sywin on the season is 0-1, 4.22 ERA. This is his 17th appearance for the Ducks, all in relief. 21 and a third innings pitched, 21 hits, 10 earned runs, struck out 10, walked 6, giving up a couple of home runs along the way. Chaz Sywin, new pitcher for the Long Island Ducks, the right-hander, in the top of the 7th. Ducks now trailing 5-1.
Well, Chris Cepeda had a quality start going into the 7th inning. As of the moment, he still has it, but is responsible for the 2-man on base. Walker at third, Harris at second. And now Chaz Sywin, who has been throwing the ball better of late for the Ducks, will take over on the mound. But it is getting late here for the Ducks as they try and pick up a win in the series in their final home series of the season. The Blue Crabs out to an early 2-0 lead in the first, adding single runs in the second and the third. They had a 4-1 lead going into the bottom of the third, and the Ducks have been kept off the scoreboard since that first inning, as Darryl Thompson has once again continued to throw the ball well on the mound for the Blue Crabs. So it'll be up to Sywin here to try and navigate his way out of trouble. Joe DeLuca will come up to the plate to get things started for Southern Maryland with second and third and one out. And we'll see if any of the inherited runners that he takes on end up coming in to score here in the inning. Blue Crabs have jumped back in front of the Ducks in the hit column, 8-7, after Long Island had overtaken them in the bottom of the sixth. Meanwhile, the batter that Sywin will face to get things started, no easy out, Joe DeLuca, who's had 2 hits and a walk in his 3 trips to the plate tonight. Sywin comes set, looks to second. His first pitch, and that one is lifted in the air to left field. Woodcock lining it up. He's going to make the catch. Tagging at third is Walker. He'll try and score. Throw coming to the plate is not in time. Good job by Sywin to back up Carlos Castro. So it is a sacrifice fly and an RBI off the bat of Joe DeLuca, and the Blue Crabs now lead it 6-1. For DeLuca, his 36th RBI of the year, his 6th sacrifice fly of the season. So that run will get charged to Cepeda. That eliminates any chance at a quality start for the righty. But Sywin gets it out on 1 pitch, and now with 2 away in the inning, up to the plate will step Zach Collier.
It's more than perception, but there is a difference between 4-1 and 6-1. 4-1, you feel as if you're still, pardon the pun, but in the ballpark and have a chance. At 6-1, it's a little higher mountain to climb here. So the Ducks now trailing by 5.
Well, the grand slam can no longer tie it. But a productive out there for DeLuca. Collier, by the way, 1 for 3 on the night. He tripled in the third inning to drive home a run, scoring Joe DeLuca with 2 outs. The 0-1 from Sywin. That swung on and missed. Good curveball from the righty. 0-2. Sywin last pitched in the series opener here on Tuesday night and tossed 2 scoreless, perfect innings out of the bullpen. Struck out 2 through 25 pitches, 16 for strikes. Nice bounce back after he had allowed a run or more in each of the 2 outings prior to that. Here comes the 0-2. And that fastball misses high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Collier. The runner at second, Harris, still the responsibility of Cepeda. Sywin comes set. Here is the 1 ball, 2 strike delivery. And this is line in a center. De Aza moves in a couple steps. He had him played shallow. And he'll make the catch for the final out of the inning. So Sywin comes on and gets a pair of flyouts to get out of further trouble. But the Blue Crabs scored 2 runs on 3 hits in the inning. No errors. They leave a man on base. We will head to the bottom of the 7th. Time to stretch. It's 6-1 in favor of Southern Maryland. But before we head there, we will send things down to the lower concourse for God Bless America.
Land that I love, stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Very nice job by Maggie Robinson with tonight's rendition of God Bless America. 7th inning stretch, Blue Crabs 6, Ducks 1.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Alejandro de Asa, and you are listening to Duck Baseball on the Long Island Duck Broadcast Network.
Sayville Ford, the no-fees dealer, has been family-owned and operated for 65 years. Visit their spacious showroom to choose from a giant inventory of new, pre-owned, and commercial vehicles with a free 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty included. Some exclusions apply. Plus, they offer top dollar for trades, and their service department is open until 1 a.m. on weekdays. Sayville Ford, Long Island's Ford giant, is conveniently located off exit 50 on Sunrise Highway, or visit SayvilleFord.com for more information.
Morning, Dan. How was your weekend?
Oh, it was awesome. I took my family to a Ducks game and had a blast. The seats were great. We ate a ton of food, and the Ducks won. They even had amazing fireworks.
Oh, yeah, they got a good thing going on there. I took friends to Thirsty Thursday a couple weeks ago and had too much fun.
They should totally use us in one of their radio spots.
You mean like the one we're doing right now?
Sure, that works.
Ducks Baseball. Good times every time. Get tickets at liducks.com.
Well, Duck fans, the Long Island Ducks 2022 season has been presented by Catholic Health. With a talented and experienced roster, plus exciting promotions every game, a day here at the ballpark has truly been a great time every time. Tickets always on sale for all Duck home games at the Fairfield Properties Ballpark box office, online, liducks.com, or calling 631-940-TIXX as we all look forward to the 2023 season and more excitement and affordable family fun here in Central Islip. Catholic Health, long live Long Island.
Well, the Ducks need to try and find their offense. They've gotten plenty of base runners in the game against Darrell Thompson, 7 hits and a walk against the righty, but only 1 run to show for it. Long Island has left 4 on base. They have hit into a couple of double plays that have ended innings as well. And Thompson goes back out to the mound for his 7th inning of work. He'll face Carlos Castro to get things started. Castro will be followed by Frias and Woodcock. Thompson's first pitch is swung and grounded to the left side and through. There's a base hit, so make it 8 hits for Long Island as Castro collects his first single of the night. He had struck out and flied out before that. Good start for the Ducks here in the 7th. Thompson now at 74 pitches, 52 for strikes, and with that, out of the dugout will come Stan Clyburn. And it looks like that will be all for the Blue Crabs right-hander. So how about that? Gets sent back out, faces just 1 batter, and Thompson's final tune-up before the postseason has come to a close. So Clyburn heads to the mound. He takes the baseball from his right-hander and fellow coach, pitching coach Darrell Thompson. And the Blue Crabs will head to the bullpen here in the bottom of the 7th, with the Ducks putting the leadoff man on, and the Blue Crabs leading by 5 runs.
Hey fans, this is Mark Wiedemeyer, pitching coach for the Long Island Ducks, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Planning your next party or looking for a caterer that will handle all of your needs? Hidden Gem Cafe has got you covered. From setup to service to cleanup and amazing food that is sure to be talked about, they can do it all without breaking the bank. Hidden Gem knows that each event is unique and strives to design a specialized menu for each event. Call the Hidden Gem Cafe for your next party at 631-390-5912 and be sure to follow them on social media too at the Hidden Gem Cafe for ideas and information.
Hey kids, are you ready to be part of the coolest club in town? If so, sign up today for the Long Island Ducks Kids Club presented by Bethpage Federal Credit Union. Children 14 and under will receive exclusive perks that only come with being a member, including a free ticket to a Ducks game, a free commemorative yearbook, 10% off at the Waddle Inn Shop, and much more. They'll also receive priority access to skip the line during Kids Run the Bases at all Sunday home games. Sign up today by visiting liducks.com or by calling 631-940-3825, and we'll see you at the ballpark.
Has drinking or substance abuse taken over your life? You are not alone, and recovery is possible. At FCA, our caring team members will work with you to identify a recovery plan that meets your needs. We have virtual and in-person services ranging from treatment to recovery, from prevention to crisis support. Go to our website, fcali.org or thriveli.org for more information and to start your recovery journey today.
So, pitching change made by the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs and their skipper, Stan Clyburn. New pitcher, replacing starter Darrell Thompson, is the 6'4" right-hander, Illinois native Connor Law, who began the season with the Staten Island Ferry Hawks, moved over to the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Not a bad deal for Connor Law, as he will get a taste of postseason action and would not have had he stayed with Staten Island. He's been busy, a workhorse, all appearances in relief. Connor Law replacing Darrell Thompson here in the 7th for Southern Maryland.
Yeah, Law had very good numbers with Staten Island, so that's a big addition to the Blue Crabs bullpen here down the stretch and in the postseason. Southern Maryland's bullpen already is stacked with hard-throwing right-handers at the back end of their pen, and the likes of Patrick Baker, James Dykstra, Dalton Gigi, Andres Briseño, and Matt Latos. And as we talked about earlier, with Southern Maryland's starting staff and guys like Darrell Thompson, Mitch Lamson, and Alex Merrithew, they've got 3 really good starters in that mix right there. Then you talk about those 5 arms at the back of the bullpen. Now they add a guy like Connor Law. And they really can shorten the game big time with those arms.
Yeah, it's a lot of heat coming out of the bullpen for the Blue Crabs.
So that is going to certainly be the way that Southern Maryland will be looking to win in the postseason, mainly is with their pitching. First pitch on the way, and that is taken low and outside for ball 1. I certainly think they have the edge over the Barnstormers, both starting pitching and in the bullpen. But the Barnstormers might have a little bit of an edge in terms of the offense. They're missing a couple of big bats in Ladarius Clark and Kelly Dugan due to injury, but they've still got a formidable lineup to the Barnstormers. 1-0 coming up here to Frias, and he will swing and pop this one up in the air to left field. Jack Sundberg drifts in, Gamps under it, and he'll make the catch. Frias now 1 for 3 on the night with a single. So there's the second out of the inning. First out, excuse me. That'll bring up the left fielder, Dustin Woodcock.
We look at the collective numbers, and you can see in terms of team batting average, Southern Maryland, middle of the pack. They are number 6 in the league with an average of 264. Lancaster 273, and as you said, a much more potent offense. The Ducks, in fact, with a team average of 272, are ahead of Southern Maryland, but the Blue Crabs second best in terms of team ERA at 3.92. Anything under 4 in terms of a team ERA in this league is superb.
No question. They have been very good on the mound all season long. First pitch here is taken for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1.
Boy, you can hear the mitt pop from up here. He brings the heat.
Yeah, Law can throw it fairly hard. That one was at 90. And yesterday we saw James Dykstra hitting in the mid-90s with his fastball. Andres Briseño, the hard-throwing setup man or closer, depending on how Stan Clyburn chooses to use him. Good tight curveball on the outside corner for a strike. And Woodcock, who has popped out and flied out tonight, is behind 0-2. There's a reason Southern Maryland's won 82 games this year and are now a total of 8 defensive outs away from setting a new franchise record for wins in a single season. And the pitching has certainly been a big part of it. The 0-2 from Law to Woodcock. Kicking the pitch. And the fastball misses high. 1-2.
Well, I tell you, these 2 or 3 rows of fans down to our left, you can hear them with our field mic. They're having a great time. I can't tell if they're from Southern Maryland. Are they from Waldorf?
I don't think so. I
think they're chanting for Dustin Woodcock right now, so. These guys are terrific. They're having a ball.
1-2. It's fouled back. They kind of remind me of the bleacher creatures a little bit at Yankee Stadium. But
they get into it in every pitch. Like I said, it would make a great bachelor party, and they got their own party going on down there. To show you how senile I am, good friend of ours, Gary Harding, the former president of the Islander Booster Club, and his lovely wife, Claire, who's also been president, he texts me and he says, "Nice job with Mike." And I go, "Mike who?" Because I know you as Michael. So he said, "Mike." Mike who? And he said, "The broadcast?" So yes, I'm senile.
Pitch misses up and away. It's 2-2 now.
So he is listening and watching on YouTube.
Most people who hear me on the broadcast, I think, hear me as Michael Pollock, but I have been called just by my last name by a lot of those that I know around me.
Hey, Pollock!
That's pretty much what most people call me. But I was called Mike this morning when I was on with the Wise Man on Big Hits 98.1 FM. He called me Mike Pollock.
I'm sorry I missed that, too. I would love to have tuned in.
Okay. Foul back to the screen. That was coming close.
If that had been a humpback liner over the screen, it would have landed in your lap, not mine.
Might have been. It would have been close.
Anyway, with Gary and Claire listening tonight, I mean, they still are Islander fanatics, and I have not been to UBS Arena yet. And looking forward to getting my first taste of Islander hockey as they try to launch a comeback season.
Chris King would not be happy at the fact that you have not been there yet.
No.
Even I've been there. Driven to center here by Woodcock, but this will stay in the yard. Zach Collier goes back to make the catch. And Woodcock flies out for the second time tonight. All 3 outs in the air for him. 2 away here in the 7th. That'll leave it up to the right fielder, Matt Chamberlain.
They are chanting. They're standing. I mean, I would bottle their enthusiasm and bring them back to every single home game in 2023. This is what you love to see.
You just might have to buy them a season ticket package.
That's true.
Just give me a call if that's something you want to do.
And by the way, the temperature now has dipped into the 60s, and you got one guy down there in shorts and wearing a tank top. I don't know what he's got on there. It's just nuts. Obviously, he's not feeling a thing.
So here is Chamberlain, throw over to first, and back safely there is Castro. Listen, when you have a chilly night tonight, I think that energy is what warms you up. And they're certainly staying warm with the energy they're bringing tonight. I think that group has been here before for some Ducks games, especially in the playoffs. I vividly remember them coming out.
Love the enthusiasm.
Breaking ball here, misses down and in. 1-0 on Chamberlain, who singled hard to right his first time up in the 3rd, but was thrown out at home plate trying to score on a double by L.J. Mazzilli. And then he grounded into a 4-6-3 double play back in the 5th. Takes a fastball here at the knees for a strike, 1-1. So Thompson allows 8 hits and a walk over his 6 innings plus 1 batter. He strikes out 2. 74 pitches, 52 for strikes. He's still responsible for Castro at first. But another quality start from Thompson and a nice final tune-up before the playoffs for the veteran right-hander. 1-1, driven in the air to left field towards the line. Long run for Sundberg. Still racing over. He slides, and he makes the catch in foul ground. What a play by Jack Sundberg down the left field line. Another outstanding play by the speedy left fielder for the final out here in the 7th. So no runs a hit. The Ducks leave 1. We go to the 8th. Here at Fairfield Properties Ballpark, it's the Blue Crab 6 and the Ducks 1.
Hey fan, this is Pitcher Anderson De Leon, and you're listening to Duck Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Last night I told my husband, baby, I'm ready to grow. And he said, are we having a baby? I said, no, but I do want to expand our business. So First National Bank of Long Island really delivered.
At First National, we offer competitive rates in the financing you need and access to expert local lenders. We also underwrite and service every loan. Let's connect at fnbli.com. First National. Go first. Go far. The First National Bank of Long Island, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender, equal housing lender, loan subject to credit approval.
The Waddle Inn Shop is your home for everything Ducks baseball. The team store is full of official Long Island Ducks merchandise, great gifts, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more. You can even get your favorite name and number put on the back of your very own Ducks jersey. Celebrate Waddle Inn Wednesday as well, with exclusive deals in-store during every Wednesday home game. Visit the Waddle Inn Shop today at Fairfield Properties Ballpark or shop online anytime at liducks.com.
Well, the 2022 season may be coming to a close this weekend, but in 2023, the Ducks will be back in action. And the best way to enjoy Ducks baseball, especially if you're a child 14 and younger, is with a membership to the Long Island Ducks Kids Club presented by Bethpage Federal Credit Union. The children will receive exciting discounts on merchandise, gifts, and unique experiences that only come with being a member. You can sign up by visiting liducks.com or by calling 631-940-3825. Final home game of the regular season for the Ducks. They trail 6-1 after 7 innings. We go to the 8th. Chaz Sywin will go back out to the mound for his first full inning of work after he came on and got the final 2 outs of the 7th in relief of Chris Cepeda. As we hit the 8th inning, I turn it back over one final time this season to David Weiss.
Thank you so much, Michael Pollock. 6 runs, 8 hits. No errors for Southern Maryland. 1 run, 8 hits, and 2 errors for the Ducks. So the hits are even, but quite obviously, the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs have done more with their 8 hits than the Ducks have. So it's going to be bottom third of the order for Southern Maryland against Chaz Sywin. Still plenty of fans here on hand. We mentioned today feeling much more like a fall day.
Third baseman.
You have to assume fall foliage can't be far behind.
I'll tell you what, though, with the amount of drought we had here on Long Island during the summer, just driving along some of the highways, the leaves were already changing colors.
True. I've got 2 trees. I don't know what they are, but we got 2 trees that we planted on our front yard, and they started changing about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't think it's the usual foliage. I think it's just they got brown and died so quickly because of how hot and humid and without any sort of rain that there was for such a long time.
That's true. So Santiago Chirino is at the plate. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Next pitch, slammed the other way, and it is a base hit to right field off the batter Chirino, who is now 2 for 4. He singled leading off the 2nd inning, and now he singles leading off the 8th for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs.
Well, we'll take a look at some of the out-of-town scores here on this Thursday night. Get you caught up around the Atlantic League. It's been a quiet night at the plate for Alejandro De Aza here. He's 0 for 2 with the walk. Fortunately, though, for him, Andretti Cordero has had a relatively quiet night for the Barnstormers in Lancaster. He's just 1 for 4 with a run scored. His average at .335, which is 10 points lower than what De Aza's was coming into the game tonight. De Aza's has gone down a little bit with the 0 for 2. First pitch to Haug, and he takes a fastball strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Barnstormers have a 7-2 lead in the bottom of the 8th inning at home against York. Sean Dunston Jr. his 3rd home run, Anderson Feliz his 7th, and Melvin Mercedes his 12th for the Barnstormers. Nelly Rodriguez his 26th for York.
0-1 the count to Haug. Sywin's next pitch, hit in the air, fairly deep, right center field. De Aza's going back, and so is Matt Chamberlain. Makes the catch just short of the warning track. No advance by Santiago Chirino at first base, 1 down.
Well, the High Point Rockers are now 4 defensive outs away from punching the final ticket to the playoffs in the Atlantic League. They lead the Gastonia Honey Hunters by the count of 7-3 in the top of the 8th inning down at Truist Point. High Point trying to earn their 2nd postseason berth in their 3 seasons in franchise history. They would get in as the wild card and would take on the Honey Hunters in the first round of the postseason. Xander Wheels' 31st home run of the season. Quincy Lattimore's 21st, leading the Rockers. 3 different players have RBIs for Gastonia tonight.
So does Michael Baca at the plate. Number 9 hitter in the order for Southern Maryland with 1 out, 1 on, 6-1. Southern Maryland leading. It's 1 ball and no strikes to Baca.
Wild Health Genomes out to an 11-2 lead over the Staten Island Ferry Hawks. That game is just in the bottom of the 5th. In Staten Island.
That one is slammed to right center field on the run. De Aza makes the catch, going for the double play. The throwback is not in time. Throw just a little offline, but De Aza running toward first base to his left, our right. And the runner getting back, that was Chirino.
That was a nice catch by De Aza, but seemed to possibly tweak something on that. He's kind of hunched over in shallow right center field. And I don't know if kind of making that lunge and then the hard throw to first on that play hurt him at all.
Yeah, he's kind of flexing that right leg.
No visit from the Ducks training staff to this point, but De Aza seemingly hunched over as he's talking with Matt Chamberlain, and now Jessica Von Kessel, the Ducks head athletic trainer, will make her way out to right center to see if De Aza can continue in this game. De Aza, in recent games, Wally Backman has tried to give him some rest or have him serve as the DH. Obviously, these games are important to him. He wants to close out the batting title in the Atlantic League down the stretch. Earlier today was voted by fans as the DeMonte Smelson Team MVP. So garnered that award before the game and received a luxury wristwatch as a nod to his incredible season. But there, I don't know if he hurt something on his knee or his leg or his back as he ran in to make the play. And the question is, will he be able to continue tonight? I don't think he will. Zach Rakusin already has a glove and is making his way out to the outfield.
That is a shame. Diaz has been busy in center tonight. There have been a couple line drives hit right at him. There have been others where he's been gone back. He and Chamberlain have been busy on the right side of the outfield. But Diaz is leaving, walking gingerly back to the dugout.
So Diaz's night will finish at the plate 0 for 2 with a walk. Rakusin will come into the game, and he will go into center field for Diaza and into the number 3 spot in the batting order. And obviously the hope is that Diaza is all right. We'll have to probably wait until after the game for an update on him. And we'll see if he can go out there when the Ducks open up their series against the Ferry Hawks in Staten Island tomorrow.
Gets a nice hand as he leaves the field, and hopefully not too serious. So back to the top of the order, and Jack Sundberg now for the Blue Crabs with 2 outs. Santiago Chirino, who led off this half inning with a single, is still there, being held on. Sundberg is 0 for 2 with 2 walks and a run scored. And the pitch on the way is in there for a strike. 0-1 from Chaz Sywin.
So again, the Genomes are ahead 11-4 in that game in Staten Island. 3 RBIs from Johns, 2 each from Becker and Dueñez, leading the Genomes offense tonight.
Pitch on the way is hit down the left field line. Could be trouble if it's fair. And over to the corner. It is a fair ball off the bat of Jack Sundberg. Coming in to score is Santiago Chirino. And he does score as the ball gets away from catcher Carlos Castro. Down at second base for the run-scoring double is Jack Sundberg, his first hit of the evening. So that is the 7th run up on the board for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. It is now a 7-1 lead. A long run for Dustin Woodcock off the bat of left-handed swinging Jack Sundberg, who went the other way, and it dropped right in the corner, right in front of the 325 sign down the left field line.
Carlos Castro, I'm not sure what happened on that play, but he was saying something to the umpires. I'm not sure exactly what it was that he was saying to Silvio Martinez and to the first base umpire Mike Williams, but either way, another big hit for Sundberg and another big run for the Blue Crabs, who extend their lead now to 6 and make life that much tougher for the Ducks to try and bounce back in the game.
A 2-out run-scoring double for Jack Sundberg. Michael Wolanski now at the plate. Righty-righty matchup. Wolanski has walked, scored a run. Singled in the 7th, scored another run. So also flied out to left and bounced out to third. Pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. So Wolanski 1 for 3 with a couple of runs scored. Southern Maryland has had a couple of 2-run innings and 3 single-run innings. They've been spreading it out. Next pitch, high and tight. That was a breaking ball that did not break. Leaning out of the way was Wolanski, 1-1.
Charleston leads Lexington 7-3 going into the bottom of the 9th in Kentucky. For Charleston, Edwin Espinal and Miles Williams have 2 RBIs apiece. Courtney Hawkins has hit his league-leading 47th home run for Lexington. He is 1 shy of tying Ozzie Canseco for the Atlantic League single-season record of 48, and Philip Irvin his 17th home run.
Pitch to Wolanski is hit in the air. Looks like it might be playable. Jose Sermo, the first baseman, going over, and nope, that's going to land on top of the Ducks dugout and bounce into the stands. Yes, I do remember Canseco's 48 home run season. No one has ever hit 50 in Atlantic League history. Hawkins still has a shot.
He definitely does, and he has had some year with the production he has had in the home run, total base department. Where's he at again on the RBI department? He's got to be near the top.
Yes, let's take a look. Hawkins, right at the top, 100 and... You say it was a solo homer tonight?
I didn't say. Let me double check here.
He had 119 RBIs going into.
So he's at 120 now. I mean, he's You'd have to figure with the home run and RBI totals, he's probably going to be near the top of many people's votes for Player of the Year.
Yeah, he's been a wrecking crew.
Meanwhile, the Mets have a 6-1 lead over the Pirates bottom of the 5th as they try and bounce back after getting swept by the Cubs. Francisco Lindor, his 24th home run of the season. Vogelbach with 3 RBIs, and Carlos Carrasco 10 strikeouts over 5 innings of 1-run ball for the Mets.
And I think I saw in the box score that Mark Vientos, the rookie, had a hit and I believe drove in a run.
Yes, he did. RBI single for him.
One and two the count to Wolanski. And now he got home plate umpire Silvio Martinez jumping out of his crouch as Wolanski came out of the batter's box. Everyone suddenly, for a moment, looked as if they had ants in their pants.
Very late timeout call granted there.
So we'll do it all over again. Coming set is Sywin. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Inside corner. Carlos Castro thought that one hit the corner. The umpire, Silvio Martinez, disagrees, so the count now runs full at 2-2. I'll make that 2-2, not quite full yet. 7 runs, 10 hits for the Blue Crabs. 1 run, 8 hits for the Ducks. Top of inning number 8, 1 run in, 1 man on. 2-2 pitch is slammed left field. That's going to go all the way to the wall on a line. Taken off the wall by Dustin Woodcock. Coming in to score is Jack Sundberg easily. A stand-up double off the wall by Michael Wolanski. It is 8-1.
Well, Sywin did a good job getting out of trouble in the 7th inning and got 2 outs after the leadoff single here in the 8th. But with 2 outs, back-to-back RBI doubles for the Blue Crabs. And they have now widened their gap to 7 runs over the Ducks, making life that much tougher for Long Island to try and come back. But as we told you, this Blue Crabs team, they're not known for their offense, but they can certainly collect their hits and runs, and they're taking advantage here against Chaz Sywin.
Boy, that double slamming off the bottom of the wall in left field. So Wolanski is aboard now in scoring position. Jared Walker at the plate. Checks his swing. Did not go around. 1 ball, no strikes. Walker is 2 for 4. Couple of singles. 1 in the 3rd inning, 1 in the 7th. He's also scored a run and struck out and flied out. So 2 for 4 night for Walker. Looking to pick up another ribeye steak right here. 1-0 pitch. Just misses the outside corner. 2 balls and no strikes to Walker.
You can't say things like that while I'm on the air with you.
Ribeye steak. Now suddenly you're looking at me and you want to take a bite out of my arm.
Now listen, ribeye is not my typical choice of steak, but if one happened to present itself in front of me right here, I wouldn't say no.
Now, how about me? I've gone vegan and I'm talking about a ribeye steak. What do you think it's doing to me? Swing and a miss. A foul tip back into the mid of Carlos Castro. It's now 2 balls and a strike to Walker. But I tell you, the plant-based stuff they're coming up with now is more and more tasty. I do not miss chicken as much as I thought. I do miss chicken wings, but chicken overall, no. And the red meat I've been able to give up, but I haven't quite given up seafood yet, so I still like shrimp.
Okay.
So I'm still on that page.
So can you be vegan if you eat fish? No, right?
No.
Okay.
Vegan is just plant-based.
All plant-based.
That's a strike, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now, plant-based, it's part of my comedy routine that I do, and I do my stand-up routines that, vegan is a barrel of laughs, especially if you love the taste of a barrel.
So
now,
if you have a pretzel and it has milk in the what they use to make it, that's okay?
No, it's not okay.
That's not okay. Okay.
Milk is not good. So cashew milk's fine. Almond milk is fine. No, it's a very strict diet. 2-2 pitch is fouled left field. So again, part of the stand-up routine where I mentioned that being vegan is kind of tough, but in my house, I have to admit, it has saved a lot on landscaping.
Now, your wife is vegan?
Yes, this is why I'm vegan.
Your daughters are vegan or no?
Rachel is for the most part. Kimmy is.
Interesting.
So, let me repeat the joke again since Michael ignored it. It saves a ton on landscaping. I'm inside trying to sneak a burger. My wife's outside nibbling on a shrub.
Oh, boy.
There, I got the joke out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Call strike 3 inside corner. Jared Walker is down looking.
Section 204.
So that is the first strikeout registered by Chaz Sywin. And the side is finally retired, but another couple of runs put up on the board by the Blue Crabs. 2 runs, 3 hits, a couple of doubles, a man left at the end of 7.5. Go to the bottom of the 8th. It is now Blue Crabs 8, Ducks 1.
Hey fans, this is Mark Wiedemeyer, pitching coach for the Long Island Ducks, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Planning your next party or looking for a caterer that will handle all of your needs? Hidden Gem Cafe has got you covered. From setup to service to cleanup and amazing food that is sure to be talked about, they can do it all without breaking the bank. Hidden Gem knows that each event is unique and strives to design a specialized menu for each event. Call the Hidden Gem Cafe for your next party at 631-390-5912 and be sure to follow them on social media too at the Hidden Gem Cafe for ideas and information.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Millennium Container Service is fulfilling the needs of businesses and homes across Long Island. They provide waste and recycling services plus a variety of dumpster rental options for any project. Millennium Container Service offers convenient, on-time deliveries and pickups, as well as daily, weekly, and monthly commercial service. Need a quote? Call 516-826-5544 or visit millenniumcontainer.com. Millennium Container Service. Keep your home and business clean.
The Waddle Inn Shop is your home for everything Ducks baseball. The team store is full of official Long Island Ducks merchandise, great gifts, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more. You can even get your favorite name and number put on the back of your very own Ducks jersey. Celebrate Waddle Inn Wednesday as well, with exclusive deals in-store during every Wednesday home game. Visit the Waddle Inn Shop today at Fairfield Properties Ballpark or shop online anytime at liducks.com.
We're back at Fairfield Properties Ballpark. David Weiss, Michael Pollack, bottom of the 8th. Ducks trailing the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 8-1. New pitcher for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Third pitcher of the game, Dalton Geekie. The 6'5" right-hander from Houston, Texas. As the first batter to face Geekie, Phil Caulfield at the top of the Ducks lineup. Fouls it out of play to the left side. 0-1. Caulfield tonight is 0 for 3. He was robbed of a bloop base hit on a great diving catch by Jared Walker in right back in the first inning. Flew out to deep left field in the third and is also fouled out. There's a ground ball off the first base bag and over the head of first baseman Joe DeLuca. And that is a base hit for Phil Caulfield. Not how hard you hit him, it's where you hit him. That one had eyes for the bag. It hit it. It was going to be an unassisted, easy put out for Joe DeLuca, but it just bounced right over his head, pinballing over his scalp. So a leadoff single for Phil Caulfield here in the 8th.
Well, the Ducks needed a break. They needed something to happen that went in their favor just to get things started here. They're not going to tie the game with one swing of the bat right now, so Caulfield will take it. It had been a tough series for him at that point, 0 for 8, so he is aboard with a base hit. The Ducks' 9th hit of the game.
And Maz has a perfect evening going. 2 singles and a double and a run scored. Swing and a miss by LJ. No balls and a strike. Maz with a single in the bottom of the first and would come around to score on a single a few batters later from Davidson Romero. Also doubled in the third, but was left stranded there. Singled in the 6th. Caulfield takes medium-sized lead at first base. 0-1 pitch from Geekie. A swing and a miss. Maz with a home run cut there. Swung through it. No balls and 2 strikes. Waiting on deck is Zach Racusin, who replaced Alejandro De Aza. Came out of the game after making a catch of a line drive and attempting a double play at first base. Inning ago. Pitch to Maz is off the shin guards of catcher Ryan Haug. Blocked it nicely, no advance from Caulfield. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Maz.
Well, Mazzilli really having a nice end to his home schedule this year, a nice end to his season in total. He's now 8 for 17 here on the homestand with 3 RBIs and 3 runs scored. Ducks certainly have to be happy with what they've seen from LJ down the stretch of this season, what's been a tough year for him.
1-2 count. Caulfield takes his lead. The pitch to Maz. Ground ball. Second base. Taken by Wolanski over to Baca for 1. Back to first, and that is a double play. 4-6-3. 2 down.
Third double play hit into by the Ducks tonight. That has certainly ended any potential rallies that they might have been able to put together throughout the course of this game. And that wasn't a bad swing by Mazzilli. Hit it fairly hard, but Wolanski already was shaded towards the middle. Easy to turn 2 there. And now Zach Rakusin will get his first at-bat of the night for the Ducks.
Rakusin has played overall with 3 Atlantic League teams this season. Staten Island Ferry Hawks, the York Revolution, and now the Long Island Ducks. Combining all the stats, 222, no homers, 4 RBIs, 6 runs scored. Total of 19 games overall. And a pitch to Zach is in there for a strike with a fastball from Geeky. No balls and a strike. While he was in there, Alejandro De Aza was 0 for 2 with a walk, so lost a couple of points on that 345 average, the team leading batting average coming into this game. Make that league leading. 0-1 pitch hit in the air. That's right fielder Jared Walker, who comes over easily and makes the grab, and the side is retired. In the inning, no runs. 1 hit with a double play, nobody left. We go to the 9th, and the Blue Crabs have a healthy lead. It is 8-1 Crabs.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Chris Cepeda. You're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSCG Long Island wants you to know how to save energy and money in your home. Did you know energy-efficient appliances can use up to 25% less energy? Here's how to save. PSEG Long Island offers money-saving rebates when you purchase Energy Star appliances. Discover how a little energy efficiency know-how can mean savings in your home. Find more energy efficiency tips, tools, and money-saving rebates at pseglyny.com/save money.
Has drinking or substance abuse taken over your life? You are not alone, and recovery is possible. At FCA, our caring team members will work with you to identify a recovery plan that meets your needs. We have virtual and in-person services ranging from treatment to recovery, from prevention to crisis support. Go to our website, fcali.org or thriveli.org for more information and to start your recovery journey today.
Back here at Fairfield Properties Ballpark, the Long Island Ducks trailing the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs by the count of 8-1. As we make our way to the 9th inning, Long Island will head to the bullpen, and it looks like for a second straight night they're going to call on right-hander Patrick Quinn, the native of Belrose, New York, to try and keep Southern Maryland off the scoreboard, something the Ducks have done just 3 times in this game. Southern Maryland has scored in 5 of their innings at the plate, 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the 7th, and 2 in the 8th. Long Island's only run coming in the bottom half of the first inning tonight. And Quinn will face David Harris, Joe DeLuca, and Zach Collier. A reminder, fans, that this is the final home game of the season for the Ducks. They will play 3 more games after today, all on the road against the Staten Island Ferry Hawks this coming weekend. Games at 7 o'clock on Friday night, 6 o'clock on Saturday, 4 o'clock on Sunday. And you can either head out to Staten Island University Hospital Community Park to enjoy the action, or you can follow all the action on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. We'll have play-by-play for you on liducks.com, Facebook Live, and youtube.com/DucksBaseball as we have all season long.
I understand you and Michael Moore, a couple of mics, heading to Staten Island.
The Mike and Mike show will be making its way back to Staten Island. We were both there for the first ever series of the year between those two teams, and Mike and I will both be there again this weekend for the final installment of this year's Battle of the Belt. Again, the Ducks will need to sweep the 3-game series if they want to win the belt outright. If they can take 2 of 3 from Staten Island, they will at least share the belt with the Ferry Hawks this year. But any Staten Island series win, whether they take 2 out of 3 from the Ducks or sweep Long Island, and Staten Island will be the holders of the belt in this inaugural season of its rivalry.
So how's this for an idea? I mean, you could tell me I'm crazy, but I think the belt is a big thing.
I will tell you you're crazy because you are indeed crazy.
That's true, but you haven't even heard my idea.
All right.
So let's say the Ducks take 2 out of 3 and they end up in a 17-17 tie.
Right.
All right?
Okay.
I think they should have, at the end of that 3rd game, a home run derby to determine the winner of the belt.
Interesting. I still like my idea of 3 days at one ballpark, 3 at the other, and alternating Sundays, or like you said, the 1-day travel in between.
Yeah, or you just put the belt on the Belt Parkway.
Just leave it on the side of the road somewhere?
Like roadkill, just leave it there.
All right, that's fair enough. You could probably put it on top of a construction cone because Lord knows there are probably 5,000 of them on the Belt Parkway.
And that's how you know autumn has arrived on Long Island, when those traffic cones turn a brilliant orange and gold and red and yellow. That's autumn on Long Island.
Gotta love it.
All right. First pitch on the way to David Harris. A big bouncer to Vladimir Frias. The throw is in time to get Harris. Patrick Quinn, 1 pitch, 1 down.
Well, we were talking about De Aza before the break. He finishes his night with a .343 batting average on the year. Lancaster's game has gone final with York. And tonight, Andretti Cordero of the Barnstormers finished 1 for 4, so he is at .335. So De Aza 7 points ahead of Cordero, entering the Ducks' final 3 games of the season. Barnstormers, we'll see what happens. They technically have 4 games to go against Southern Maryland, including a makeup game. The question is, does that makeup game end up getting played now that it does not matter in terms of anything for the postseason? We'll see.
Good point. And then you've got an added wrinkle here. We have our fingers crossed that Alejandro De Aza was not injured seriously as he walked off the field gingerly after making a catch of a line drive on the run in center. So his availability could be in question for the final 3 games at Staten Island. But we hope he's okay. Joe DeLuca is at the plate as Quinn pitches, and DeLuca on a 1-0 count. Fly ball left field, coming in very hard is Dustin Woodcock. He dives, he did not get it. Dribbled off his mitt, or he trapped it. Either way, it is a bloop single for Joe DeLuca, his 3rd hit of the evening. He is officially 3 for 3. A walk, a single, a run scored, a double in the 6th, and a sac fly to drive in a run. So he's driven in 1, scored 1, and has been right in the middle of all the action offensively for Southern Maryland. He is aboard as he gets a bloop base hit to left.
Well, great effort by Dustin Woodcock to try and make that play, but that ball was no more than, I would say, 30 to 40 feet out into the outfield behind the edge of the infield dirt. And somewhat surprised that neither Frias nor Romero was able to come up with it. Both of them went back on that ball. Obviously, Woodcock had the better angle coming in.
And the pitch to Zach Collier, and he hits it a pretty long way to left center field, going back to near the warning track. Is Zach Racusin. He makes the grab, throw back in, now 2 down.
So Quinn has now retired 2 of the first 3 he has faced. Quinn pitched a scoreless inning in the 9th inning last night, facing the top of the order. He allowed a 1-out walk to Michael Wolanski, but got Jared Walker to hit into an inning-ending double play. And so Quinn has now retired 2 of the first 3 he has faced here in the 9th.
And here's the number 7 man in the order, the 3rd baseman for Southern Maryland, Santiago Torino, who is 2 for 4 here tonight. Couple of singles, also flied out, fouled out. And the pitch from Quinn, good pop on that fastball inside corner for a strike, 0-1. 8-1 Southern Maryland with a pretty healthy lead going to the bottom of the 9th, unless they add to it here. Not over yet, though. We have seen the Ducks climb out of bigger holes. 0-1 count. There's a curveball or a slider. Take your pick. Lands outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Torino. Final home game of 2022 for the Long Island Ducks. Fan appreciation night. And fans have been into it despite the score. Always a good time here at the Duck Pond. 1-1 pitch. He's fouled out of play right side, 1-2. You know, trying to think back that what we dealt with during the spring of 2022, we had more than a few rain problems, and that led to, ironically, the drought over the summer, which brought a lot of heat, a lot of burnt lawns and stuff like that. But there was plenty of rain during the spring.
It felt like there was a ton of tarping early in the season,
Yeah.
not so much later in the season, which, I'm okay with in the middle of the summer, not.
And 1-2 pitch, hit on a line, right field. Matt Chamberlain makes the catch. Right to him, and that will do it here in the top of the ninth for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. No runs, a hit, a man left. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Do the Ducks have a miraculous rally in their bones? We'll find out. At the end of 8.5, it's 8-1 Crabs.
Hey fans, this is Tyler Webb, left-handed pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the North Shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Prato. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Fairfield Properties Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Your source for everything Ducks is liducks.com. The official website of the Long Island Ducks is the best place to stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team. Purchase tickets to the game, see the full promotional schedule, visit the online store, read the latest news stories, and watch every game live right on the homepage. The site offers an optimal browsing experience on either your computer or mobile device. liducks.com, the official website of the Long Island Ducks, your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball.
Bottom of the ninth coming up here at Fairfield Properties Ballpark. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs leading the Long Island Ducks 8-1, and this is the final home game of the season for the Ducks. It is Fan Appreciation Night tonight, and just want to say thank you to all of the fans who made this 22nd season of Ducks baseball so memorable this year. Lots of exciting things that took place, but ultimately one thing that we could say is that the fans came out in droves this year. The Ducks leading the Atlantic League. In fact, they led all MLB partner leagues this season, welcoming 285,888 fans through the gates of the ballpark, an average of 4,538 fans a game. It's the second straight season the Ducks led all MLB partner leagues in attendance, and they also increased their attendance total by over 61,000 fans from a year ago, and their average attendance total by 536 fans from a year ago. So thank you so much to all the Ducks fans for their support this season.
Best fans anywhere. At the plate, Davidson Romero lifts it, fly ball right field, and short right taken by the second baseman Michael Wolanski. One pitch from reliever Dalton Geeky and one out here in the bottom of the ninth with the Ducks trailing the Blue Crabs 8-1.
So Geeky has now retired 3 batters in a row since allowing the infield single to Caulfield to lead off the 8th. Southern Maryland's bullpen did an outstanding job of the game last night. 3 1/3 scoreless innings, and allowing just 1 hit and a walk behind starter Alex Merrithew. And thus far tonight, Connor Law and Dalton Geeky, 2 1/3 scoreless innings, allowing just 1 infield single. And that's what we talked about earlier. This Blue Crabs bullpen just so strong in what they can do. And if the Blue Crabs take a lead into a game, into the 6th inning of a game in the playoffs, watch out.
Jose Sermo at the plate, and he takes a strike inside corner. And those rows of enthusiastic, really vociferous fans were chanting the Jose song as Jose Sermo came to the plate. He is 0 for 3 tonight into a double play back in the first inning. He's also struck out and flied out. It is now 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 down, nobody on. Ducks trailing 8-1 in the final home game of 2022 for the Long Island Ducks here at Fairfield Properties Ballpark in Central Islip. Carlos Castro to follow as the Ducks try to build a rally out of nowhere. 1-1 pitch on the way, inside corner for a strike, 1-2.
So Southern Maryland now 2 outs away from earning their 83rd win of the season, which would be their winningest season in franchise history.
Congratulations to them, playoff bound. Going up against the Lancaster Barnstormers. I don't even have a feel for that series. I think it'll be a dandy. And that one is hit a long way by Jose Sermo. That one is well out of here. What do you need to beat the Blue Crabs? Jose Sermo! Look at that ball, it's still going! Jose Sermo! Jose Sermo! Jose Sermo! Jose Sermo! Jose Sermo! Jose Sermo with his 4th home run of the season. He made a Krabby Patty out of that one. 8-2, Ducks trail by 6. Sermo with a little going-away gift on this final home game.
We had to get you one more home run call for the season, David, and it was a dandy, a little SpongeBob action on this Thursday night. I love it, and another Titanic drive off the bat of Jose Sermo for his 4th home run with the Flock.
And by the way, that was not planned. I just ad-libbed that thing right out of the seat of my pants.
Love it.
So Sermo, I've had the opportunity to call half of his home runs this season as Carlos Castro fouls out of play to the right side. No balls and a strike. So Sermo, as we mentioned, now with 4 homers, 13 RBIs. And as with that other homer that I called that won the game against Lancaster back on August 30th, another no-doubter. I mean,
right.
They leave the park in a hurry.
He's a guy who came to the Ducks advertised as a player with tons of power. It took him a little while for us to see it, but he has hit some mammoth drives here at Fairfield Properties Ballpark and in general since that initial slow start in terms of the power, but got into all of that one off the pitch from Dalton Geekie.
10 hits now for the Long Island Ducks. Pitch to Castro, ground ball left side foul. So now 0-2 to Castro. Vladimir Frias waiting on deck. Yes, this may be wishful thinking, but you know something? Game isn't over yet.
Nope.
It takes a full 27 outs. And the Ducks have at least 2 with which to work.
We have seen other teams rally back against the Ducks. So Long Island certainly has the ability to do that against other teams.
It's the old stickball phrase, save me a lick. No balls, 2 strikes to Castro. Pitch from Geekie. Had the plate just a little low. Or just a bit outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Castro, who is 1 for 3 tonight. He has struck out, flied out to center, and singled leading off the 7th inning, but was left stranded there. Next pitch is nubbed behind home plate. So Castro staying alive at 1-2.
Battling here with Geekie, who has not had the same success he had a year ago with the Blue Crabs, and we've seen guys like James Dykstra and Patrick Baker get more of the high leverage situations than Geekie has in recent games, but still can be a very good pitcher for this team.
1-2 pitch, just getting a piece. Fouled in and out of the mid of catcher Ryan Haug, so Castro continues to stay alive, battling Dalton Geekie here. With 1 out, now nobody on, 1 run in, and the Ducks still trailing by half dozen at 8-2. Geekie, the 3rd pitcher used by Stan Clyburn's Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. 1-2 count, and again a foul back to the netting, off to the left. So Castro becoming a major pain in the neck to Dalton Geekie here at home plate. Refusing to be retired. Castro batting from the right side against the right-hander Dalton Geekie. And there's a swing, a miss. Ball dropped down out of the mitt of Ryan Howe. He has to pick it up and throw it over to Joe DeLuca at first to complete the putout. And there's now 2 down.
So Castro kept battling and eventually chased one out of the zone for strike 3, ending a 1-for-4 night for him thus far. The 3rd strikeout of the game for the Blue Crabs pitching staff.
Yeah, just 3 strikeouts. Not a game when there have been a whole lot of swings and misses. The Ducks have put the ball in play, but just not exactly enough to mount any kind of challenge. Vladimir Frias, last chance for the Ducks. And he hits it in the air, looks playable left side. Chirino, the 3rd baseman in foul territory, makes the catch. Side retired, game over. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs have beaten the Long Island Ducks on Fan Appreciation Night. The final score of 8-2 as the Ducks say so long to the home portion of their campaign for this season. But you know, we will always have memories like the corners of the ballpark, misty duck-colored memories of the season that was. Scattered singles, doubles, triples, and home runs. Foul balls that we gave to one another of the season that was. To the Long Island Ducks, the fans thank you. Barbara Streisand thanks you. And I thank you. How about that?
Very fitting and touching way to end this season. My mother, who loves Barbara Streisand, would be very, very happy to have heard those dulcet tones.
And I saw you tear up a little bit there, Michael.
Maybe just a little. Maybe just a little.
Yeah. Well, anyway, 8-2 the final score. We'll take a break. We'll recap it for you. Again, the Ducks giving us so much for the calendar year 2022. It ends with a loss, but a lot of winning moments. We'll be back in a moment.
Hey fans, this is pitcher James Varela, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
This is it. Check it out. See what everyone's talking about. Let Nicolak Pavers pave your way.
Bring your outdoor living dreams to life. Visit Nicolak's Outdoor Design Center at 200 Henry Street in Lindenhurst and see thousands of square feet of pavers, retaining walls, fire pits, and outdoor living accents on display. Only Nicolak paving stones are made with Paver Shield technology for more vibrant color options than anyone else. Visit Nicolak.com to request a free sample or their Outdoor Design Center at 200 Henry Street in Lindenhurst. Nicolak. Ask for it by name. You'll see the difference. Visit Nicolak.com. That's Nicolak.com.
Let Nicolak Pavers pave your way. Pave your way.
Well, back here at Fairfield Properties Ballpark, some players on the Ducks and the Blue Crabs exchanging handshakes and hugs. And this is the final home game of the season. A lot of the fans sticking around as long as they possibly can before they make their way out of the ballpark for the final time this season. A tremendously successful season once again for the Ducks on and off the field. Unfortunately for the Ducks, they will not be playing postseason baseball, and they will not be playing another home game here this year. They dropped this one today by the final count of 8-2. And so Long Island ends their home slate this year with a record of 36-30, and they will ultimately now end the season with an under 500 record, something that has not happened for the Ducks in quite some time. I believe 2013 was the last year that happened, but a tough season for the Ducks without question as they fall tonight to the Blue Crabs 8-2. To recap this one for you, the Blue Crabs got on the scoreboard in the first inning against Chris Cepeda, who got the start. He allowed 3 walks in the first inning, including a sac fly to David Harris and then a throwing error on a pickoff attempt at first scored Michael Wolanski. And so the Blue Crabs led it 2-0. Ducks got their first run of the game in the bottom of the first inning when they picked up 2 hits and a walk off of Darrell Thompson, including an RBI single by Davidson Romero. And so that closed the gap to 2-1. But the Blue Crabs got that run back in the second inning when Ryan Howe reached on a fielder's choice, went from first to third on a pickoff attempt throwing error again by Cepeda, and scored on a sac fly to center by Michael Baca. An RBI triple by Zach Collier in the third, followed a 2-out single by Joe DeLuca, and that made it 4-1 Southern Maryland. Neither side scored over the middle 3 innings of the game, but the Blue Crabs added 2 runs apiece in the 7th and the 8th innings. In the 7th, 3 straight singles off of Cepeda ended his night, an RBI single by Harris. And then Joe DeLuca had a sac fly off of Chaz Sywin, and that made it a 6-1 game. And the Blue Crabs' final 2 runs came in the 8th on back-to-back 2-out RBI doubles by Jack Sundberg and Michael Wolanski off of Sywin. The Ducks' only other run came in the bottom of the 9th with 1 out against Dalton Geekie on a long solo home run off the bat of Jose Sermo, his 4th of the season. That would do it. The final score in the game, 8-2 in favor of the Blue Crabs. Southern Maryland with 8 runs, 12 hits, and no errors. They left 8 men on base. For the Ducks, 2 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors, and they left 5 men on base. Darrell Thompson gets his leading 15th win of the year. He improves to 15-4 with 6 innings of 1-run ball. The losing pitcher, Chris Cepeda, he falls to 5-2. He allowed 6 runs, 4 earned on 8 hits and 4 walks over 6 1/3 innings with 1 strikeout. No save. The game took 3 hours and 1 minute in front of 3,569 here at Fairfield Properties Ballpark. Time to hand out tonight's Player of the Game honors. Tonight, I think I'm going to give it to Joe DeLuca of the Blue Crabs, who was 3 for 3 at the plate. He drove in a run, scored a run, and drew a walk as well. Ducks did not find a way to retire him where he lost an at-bat. The only time was on the sac fly, so I think Joe DeLuca, maybe an honorable mention to Michael Wolanski as well, but I have to think those two probably the players of the game.
I'll give an honorable mention to Darrell Thompson. I mean, he just continues to mow him down. You look at his stuff and you say, well, I'm not getting blown away here, Roger Clemens style. There's no Nolan Ryan. He just has a way of getting you out. It's a matter of when you hit a baseball, a fraction of an inch as to getting the meat and the good wood on a bat, or maybe popping it up, grounding it out. Darrell Thompson is an ultimate professional on the mound.
Hey, gave up 8 hits, but got the job done. Only the 1 run given up by Thompson. We'll take one more break. When we come back, we'll have the out-of-town scores, and then we'll wrap things up from the home portion of the 2022 season.
Hey, fans, this is outfielder and hitting coach Lou Ford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
When we see Long Island, we see you. Because at Catholic Health, we know that it's your remarkable lives that breathe life into our island. So at every Catholic Health hospital, practice, and care facility, we're able to provide the highest quality, most innovative care for your body, because our culture cherishes your humanity. Long live Long Island.
Morning, Dan. How was your weekend?
Oh, it was awesome. I took my family to a Ducks game and had a blast. The seats were great. We ate a ton of food, and the Ducks won. They even had amazing fireworks.
Oh, yeah. They got a good thing going on there. I took friends to Thirsty Thursday a couple weeks ago and had too much fun.
They should totally use us in one of their radio spots.
You mean like the one we're doing right now?
Sure, that works.
Ducks Baseball. Good times every time. Get tickets at liducks.com.
Back at Fairfield Properties Ballpark, David Weiss, Michael Pollock, they're turning the lights off on us, and we mentioned during the game it's kind of like a feel of the last day of camp. A lot of hugs, we'll see you next season, that type of thing. And then the first day and the home opener of next season, it's like the start of camp, where you say, hey, how was your year, how you doing, and let's get the summer going. But there are a lot of memories made, even with a season that ended short of the goal of making the playoffs and another possible championship. And from the top down, from Frank Bolton and Michael Pfaff and obviously Skipper Wally Backman and all of the players, all the staff, the volunteers, and all the part-timers, full-timers in the office. I mean, it is such an incredible place for me to be a small part of that I have cherished since the year 2000, and another terrific season.
Yeah, the same goes for me ever since I started here in 2010, but one thing you have to certainly mention is the hard work of the staff here, and being a part of this front office staff, I see what they go through day in, day out, from all the long days, the cleaning that gets done every single day, the tarp pulls, all the help on the grounds crew. It is a almost 24-hour a day, 7 day a week, 365 day a year job, but kudos to this Ducks front office staff this year. They were a pleasure to work with, game in and game out, and to, of course, as you mentioned, President and General Manager Michael Pfaff founder and CEO Frank Bolton, the rest of the ownership crew here for the Ducks. Thank you again for another incredible, memorable season here at Fairfield Properties Ballpark. And a tremendous job by the staff, including the game day staff who are here helping out every single game, the clubhouse staff and the training staff as well. They do a great job every night helping bring the experience to you, the fans that come to the ballpark and tune in at home.
A reminder, again, you can use your tickets to get into the ballpark at Staten Island for free over the next 3 days. So, again, the Ducks have 3 games left against the Ferry Hawks for the Battle of the Belt. After that, if you think the Ducks aren't already hard at work as to setting up the 2023 season, then you don't know anything about the Long Island Ducks in terms of the promotions and sponsorships and, of course, putting a team on the field and everything else. Work has already begun on next season, which we certainly hope will be a return to the playoffs. But, again, 3 more games coming up over the Verrazano in Staten Island against the Hawks.
And we won't go through a whole full out-of-town scoreboard, but the one thing I do want to mention is the High Point Rockers an 8-3 win at home over Gastonia tonight, so they have officially clinched the wild card in the Atlantic League. They will play Gastonia in the first round of the postseason, the South Division Championship Series. By getting that win tonight, they officially wrap that up. So congratulations to the Rockers. The playoffs are all set in the Atlantic League. Gastonia versus High Point, a matchup of the North Carolina teams in the South Division. Lancaster and Southern Maryland will face in the North Division Championship Series. Should be an exciting postseason that'll take place starting on Tuesday night in the Division Championship Series. The following Tuesday will kick off the best-of-5 Atlantic League Championship Series.
Well, that's it for the multi-headed broadcast crew. I've had the pleasure of working with Chris King for so many years, and you, Michael, as soon as you got here in 2010. It's been one of the absolute joys of a 42-year-long broadcast career for me, and there's nothing I've enjoyed more than doing these broadcasts with you and Chris King. It has been fantastic.
It is absolutely a good time every time we have you here in the broadcast booth. Always a fun time. It's been great seeing you here this season, David, as much as you've been here throughout the course of the year, and always a pleasure to share this booth here. I know you came here way before I ever did, so it still is an honor for me to share this booth with you.
Doesn't matter. And the next time I see you could very well be when you're a daddy.
That is very true. Well, hopefully I'll see you before that, but if not, yes, that's very possible.
That's true. I've got I got an engaged daughter, and we got a little Pollock on the way. So we have seen our families grow. You know, when I first started doing games with Chris, he wasn't even married yet. You know, much less with 2 kids.
See that?
So, and you know, Beth, and then Maggie, and of course Connor at home, and for you, a little one on the way. I wish you all the best with that. With Katie, we love you, and we're gonna miss you. So I'll be back. I'll probably just pop in because you are hard at work during the off. There is no off season for you.
No, there is definitely not.
I think I'll pop in without notice. I'll just say
I will be shocked if I don't see you at some point between now and opening day next year.
As Richard Gere said in Officer and Gentleman, I got no place else to go.
Good. Oh, and I do have to mention, my mom did say she very much appreciated the Barbra Streisand on the sign-off.
She liked it. That's great.
Loved it.
My tone-deaf rendition of Babs. That's great. All right, end this thing already.
All right. That'll do it for us here on this wonderful Thursday night and for the 2022 home schedule. Once again, the final score tonight, the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 8, the Long Island Ducks 2. We invite you to join us for our next Ducks broadcast. That'll be tomorrow night when the Ducks head to Staten Island to play the opener of a 3-game series against the Ferry Hawks in the Battle of the Belt. Pre-game show will get underway 6:45, first pitch 7 o'clock. Mike Moore and I will have the call from Staten Island University Hospital Community Park. For David Weiss, my name is Michael Pollock. Thank you so very much for tuning in on this Thursday night and throughout the course of this 2022 season. Have a great rest of your evening. We'll do it all over again tomorrow night from Staten Island. Good night and so long from Fairfield Properties Ballpark.
And for the final time, Tequila, Shivarim Teruah. That's enough.